What's up, everybody? Welcome to Flagrant 2, No Easy Buckets analysis by assholes, water cooler commentary for your soul's needs. Assholes, this podcast is brought to you by Manscaped. Okay, manscaped.com. Get your balls right. All right, get your pubes right, get your shit tucked, have it looking like Scottie Pippen. You need to have it nice and that high top fade. You need to have it. You know exactly what I was talking about. I don't know if my ball hair is curly enough, but I would absolutely like to look like a young toadstool.
Like Trae Young.
Like Trae Young. That's the texture of my ball hair, son. So he got pubes on his head. All right, back to this. But real talk, manscaped.com. You can get a manscaping kit. It's legit. I use it myself. You gotta, you having those low self-esteem days where you need to take some control of something in your life, and then you chop down some of them pubes. You feel like you got a little bit more length. You feel like you got a little bit more girth. You feel like you can make some moves. So if you go to manscaped.com right now, you get 20% off anything you buy, free shipping. Just use the promo code Flagrant, and they're shipping the shit to you for free. You hear that? No shipping. That's manscaped.com. Use the promo code Flagrant. Save money. Get some free shipping. Get your balls right. Your girl will thank me later. She'll thank you later. And if you're one of the lady assholes listening to this show, send it to your mans. Okay? That's a nice gift right there. Get your mans right. If you're trying to tell your boyfriend or husband to shave his pubes or trim them, but you don't want to say it directly, give him the gift. The gift that keeps on giving, okay? Anyway, and real quick, some church announcements. This Saturday, I will be at Bridgeport, Connecticut, at the Stress Factory Comedy Club. One show, Saturday night, March 9th. If you're in that area, come through, man. I probably won't be doing the full Views from the Sis because I've already started dropping some clips, but I'm going to be doing a lot of it, some stuff that you guys haven't seen yet. So it's your last chance to really see me do it before that is completely done. You could also see the new material that I'm cooking up for the next tour, which I got a name for, but I can't tell you just yet. But then you could also go to theandrewschultz.com and get tickets for everything. We're going to be out in Minneapolis, Minnesota at the Acme Comedy Club in March. I believe it's 15th and 16th. You can get tickets for that. Those tickets go quick out there. It's an amazing club, one of the best comedy clubs in the country. So make sure you check that and get that. And then there's more dates that I will be adding on my website, theandrewschultz.com. You can get all the clips that you need right there. Also, you guys already know this, most of you, but if you don't, Views from the Sis Chapter 1 and 2 are up right now on my YouTube, okay? You watch the full versions. I'm putting clips on Instagram that are pieces of the full joke, but go get the full joke, Chapters 1 and 2. A new chapter's dropping every Sunday, youtube.com/theandrewschultz. We are changing the way comedy specials are done. Obviously, shouts to Alex Media, shout out to Matt Rodriguez, shout out to DeMarcus Allen, not Russell, which I called him on the Patreon. I call him his exact cousin, right? Any DeMarcus, no. But for helping me shoot the special, shout out to Manhattan Productions for editing the special. My boy Brad and Eric Klein did an amazing job at that, worked really fucking hard. And so every Sunday, a new part of the comedy special is coming out. And just because, we don't do shit regular, we got to do shit extra. The tour documentary for the special is also coming out every week. So every new city that we're doing the jokes in, you're going to have a tour documentary for that city. So this week is going to be Copenhagen. I dropped the Trump joke in Copenhagen, and you're going to get the tour documentary every Thursday as part of our Dropping In series. That comes out every Thursday as well. So next week, I'm going to be doing a joke about these trannies, and you're going to get the tour documentary. It takes place in London and continues throughout. So we are just hitting you over the head with this fucking content, changing the game as we speak. And the only way it changes is if y'all watch it and fuck with it. It's literally the only way we change it. So if you like what we're doing here, share it in your group chats, share it in your emails, share it with your family, share it with your wife, share it with your ex-wife, share it with your boyfriend, share it with your ex-boyfriend, share it with literally everybody. Give them a laugh, because that's what the fuck that we're out here doing. We are literally giving these things away, giving away a little bit of joy, and we're ruffling some feathers on the way. And that is all I got to say for the beginning of this ep. Alex, yes?
If we're coming to your city, give us suggestions. If you enjoy dropping in,
Give us suggestions of things to do when we're coming to your city.
Facts. And Alex, who was the guy that gave you the songs for the beats for dropping?
Shit, I don't know.
We're gonna find.
I put them on every episode.
We're gonna find. We had you know how we do all asshole everything over here. We support the family. We try to empower y'all as much as we possibly can. Alex has been using homemade beats on the dropping ins. Yep. That's right. So if you see some songs and shit, you're like, yo, that shit is fire. Yeah, you know what? That shit is from an asshole.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's from somebody's part of the army, man, because that's what we doing out here. So. Anyway, man, thank y'all so much. And Kaz got a dope announcement that I want him to tell y'all about. This is very exciting.
Yeah, man. All my wrestling fans or people who have followed my wrestling journey, for the past couple of years, WaleMania has been in Orlando, New York, Dallas, where else? New Orleans, whatever. We're coming to New York. I am curating it this year.
Describe WaleMania for those of us who don't know exactly what it is.
If y'all don't know what WaleMania is, WaleMania is the unofficial Welcome to WrestleMania Week event that kicks off every WrestleMania week. It's on the Thursday night. You get to kick it with your favorite wrestlers. It's a live podcast. It's a party. You get a concert from Wale.
Oh my God.
A bunch of drinking. It's really like a all-star pro wrestling fan fest / concert for people like us, like hip hop guys, whatever. But it's really fun. We do it every year. We sell it out every year. I'm curating it this year. I wanted to wait until later this week to announce it, but I got it confirmed as we were on the phone.
Tell the family.
I'll tell the family first. So tickets go on sale this Friday. We're gonna drop the flyer this week. Thursday, April 4th, Sony Hall, New York City, Times Square. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have a whole bunch of big surprises coming through. We're going to have a great performance by Wale. Go listen to Pole Dancer with Make the Sound. It's out right now. And if you like my interview, my story that I did on Complex with Zion Williamson and the New York Knicks, go check that out on my Twitter page. They've taken notice. Obviously, it's done numbers, so the more the assholes support it, the more it goes up.
Go read that. Support the man.
I finally did my exit interview from WWE with my boy Emilio Sparks on the Wrestle Rap podcast. So if you ever wanted to hear about my journey throughout that company and the fun times I had over there, I gave a pretty in-depth discussion to my boy Emilio Sparks on the Wrestle Rap podcast. And I think that's it for now. And there'll be more stuff coming in the next few weeks. But
again, so let's get into the show. I just want to say real quick, thank y'all so much, everybody who watched and shared the clip that I dropped Sunday and the clip I dropped Sunday before. But this last Sunday, I think across all platforms, we hit like 150,000 views in a day or something like that. Like, it was insane.
Bodied it.
So thank y'all so much, man. This is the new way we get shit out there. Keep sharing. Keep, letting people see if you think they really fuck with it. Keep it up, man, because we're putting pressure on these networks. We got our fucking foot on their neck, and I'm ready to put even more pressure, all right? I want to see veins bursting. So make it happen. Now let's start the fucking show. I'm Andrew Schultz. I'm here with Real Life Kaz, Alex Media, Eden, and special guests, my buddy, comedian Paul Virzi.
Yeah.
In the building.
Welcome, bro.
Yeah. Paul came in.
Thanks for having me.
It was a hot combo. Paul came into a hot combo.
Yo, I literally sat back and watched that, and I was like, yo, this is like maybe some extra podcast. Like, I thought this was an extra recording.
Like the bonus cut?
He was giving you life stuff, and I was listening, and I was like, wow, that's really good and accurate. And I'm like, I'm just gonna shut up, man. I was like, at one point I almost leaned in and started to say, like, listen to what he's, but I'm like, I'm gonna back up. And then the whole time you're like, yeah, we didn't start yet. I was like, that should have been.
For a second, like, I forgot that we weren't recording. Because I was talking to him, like, the mic was on, so I'm like, moving the mic and shit.
Andrew kept like leaning towards the mic.
Yo, true. It's, I guess, a natural movement when you just read it.
I'm sitting there, I'm just like,
that was the greatest non-podcast conversation about career advice in career I've ever heard. Like,
we gonna get into
when
it.
the tide comes up, all the boats, and I was like, this is crazy.
It was good because I don't think we don't want to give that game away for free.
No,
that was great, man. Yeah,
we talked a little bit about it, but I want everybody to know who Paul is. Paul just had a great Comedy Central hour special.
Thank you, man.
I think you were one of the first, or if not the first one, produced by Bill Burr.
I was.
So Bill is producing I think 4, maybe more.
Bill and All Things Comedy, Al Madrigal, and the All Things Comedy
Shout to them.
Network.
Yeah.
So what they wanted to do was they wanted to put 3 or 4 comedians under the umbrella to do the first hour specials.
Right, because Comedy Central is so incompetent at finding talented comedians, they have to outsource the skill of finding. Like, there's somebody at Comedy Central whose job it is to find funny people, and they just tapped out. They're like, I can't do it. The mustaches don't work. I don't know.
No, so and I was lucky enough to be touring with Burr, and he was watching me, and he was watching me grow, and like, listen, there's a lot of people that when somebody says something to you that's complimentary of your stand up, but when it's Bill and I've watched him through the last 4 of his hours, when he says something about a bit, and then I was like, man, I think I want to do an hour, and he watched me. He's every time it's new and it's getting better, and then they had some names that they wanted to do, and I was supposed to do it. As a matter of fact, Pete Davidson, shout out to Pete Davidson, because Pete Davidson and I were smoking a cigar. It had nothing to do with All Things Comedy, had nothing to do with Bill Burr, had nothing to do with Al Madrigal. Me and Pete are just smoking a cigar in Manhattan, and he goes, hey, man, because he heard how the hour was coming. I was working in the city. He goes, I'd like to direct it. I didn't even know what that meant. Right. Hold a camera. I didn't know what directing a comedy special meant. And he goes, well, I'll put my name on it. And then, I was going to a company without mentioning names. They found out I was being done wrong. Bad.
Oh,
bad.
Really?
Yeah. And we saw something in the contract that would have basically
mention names.
Well, the comedy. I'll say this. It was, look. Comedy Dynamics was the company, and it was just we saw something that was just it was unfair, and it was unfair that there was something that I didn't have knowledge of.
Right,
okay?
so they were getting a little sneaky.
There was something I didn't have knowledge of, and they were actually great to me up until I saw the contract, and I'm going, this is something
bad
we don't
move,
want.
Brian.
This is
bad move, Brian.
This is some, hey, I don't know who you're talking about. So when we basically had to pull out, and I had to pull out of the deal, and people are, you going to pull out, man? This is like your special, and this is a dream, and I'm like, it can't be this way. And then when All Things Comedy found out, because I did my album with All Things Comedy, which was successful in America and Canada, and then I also have the Virzi Effect podcast under All Things Comedy. So I've kind of been under that umbrella.
So people who don't understand All Things Comedy, they're like a comedy conglomerate. They're started by 2 comics, Bill Burr and Al Madrigal.
Yeah, Ari Shaffir is also.
Oh, is Ari involved in
one of the? Yeah, like a shareholder. Ari Shaffir is like an outsider shareholder. Like there's a few of them.
So the idea was like, hey, why don't we start creating content, producing content? We're comics. Let's do it. Very similar is what I'm doing now through the YouTube channel. I would say that they're like a little wider in range. Like they don't have a specific type of comedy that they'll support. They're like, we just like good comedy. Yeah. And to be honest, I think that could hurt them in this environment. We'll get there later. But just so people have an understanding of what All Things Comedy is.
Yes. A ton of online content, cooking shows, travel shows. It started with everybody's podcast there. Right. So it was just a podcast network that has now kind of grown and got that. So then when they found out that I had a falling out, that's when they go, this is good timing, because Al Madrigal had a meeting with them going, we want to do specials. Right. We want to do comedy specials. And since this happened and you're ready, let's go. And so we did. They were, where do you want? And it was great. They were great. Like, where do you want to do it? I said, I want to do it in New York. Yeah. We'll let you interview. They were like, you interview the directors. You interview them. You do it all. And they let me do that. And Pete obviously stayed on, kept his name on, of course, because he's got the ball rolling. And everybody came together, man. And knock on wood, it's doing fantastic. It broke the Comedy Central online records.
That's all that matters.
Came out, because and they finally were streaming. Thank God, because they started streaming the March before my special came out. Because before they weren't streaming, so it was a one and done. It was your special is either seen at midnight or whatever, and then that's it, or it's not. But then they started streaming, so through the app, people can still see it. People still hit me up and say they're. I
watched it live. And I'll tell you why I watched it, because I saw you do a joke at New York Comedy Club. Okay. And the joke was, I'm probably going to butcher it, but it was something about school shootings. Yeah. And the joke went something to the extent of like, there'll be like 4 or 5, 6, kids get killed at these school shootings. And it's like, they got an AR-15. It's like, I feel like I could take out 30 with that or something.
The joke was like, they were like 21 people killed. That's a U.S. record. I'm like, record? I'm like, it's like, shut the door. You got an AR-15. If I'm doing it, nobody's leaving. They're like, I'm not for it. Listen listen, I'm not for it, but I'm saying like it's like you got a lot of rounds. That's a lot of.
Bro, so I saw that bit, and you know me, that's the type of comedy. It's the type of comedy I like, and I remember it was at New York Comedy Club. I saw you do it, and I remember you just killed with it, and I saluted you when you came off stage.
I remember you did. You were sitting over there, and you did. You were like, I love that thing. Yes, you did. And
and it's and it was one of those things where it's like you gotta push. Like for me, I feel like this is the environment to push. You know, you got to push the envelope. You got to make the joke that maybe you're afraid to make this, that, the other.
Yes.
And whenever I see a comic doing it, you know, I make sure that I salute them because I know how much backlash we could go through for that.
Of course.
I know every time you're at a club and that joke doesn't do well, you could get a talk to with the owner or a tweet from the audience. So there's a risk. You know, this is bullfighting. Sometimes you get skewered by the bull, you know?
Yes.
So like, I saw it was that one, and then another guy who did a joke named Rami Youssef. You know Rami?
I do know Rami.
He's got this great joke about why you should be able to fuck your cousin, and it's just pushing.
Context.
Ain't no context. It's just and like he looks some shit up, and he's like, the only reason you're not allowed to fuck your cousin is because they want to keep immigrant populations low in America.
Oh, that's
like in a lot of the places in the world, you just marry your cousin.
Right.
But they had all these immigrants coming in, so apparently white people are like, yo, don't be fucking your cousin because there might be too many of y'all. We're going to make it a little difficult because you're all cousins anyway. So, and it was just like, okay, you're defending fucking your cousin. I like this. We're pushing this as comedy. Okay. So you had one of those bits where I was like, this is comedy. Yeah. It's still alive. People still doing it. Watch the special.
You have. Oh, thank you so much. And it means a lot. And I love,
I don't watch specials.
No.
Yeah, I'm surprised to hear that.
And shout out to
Alex knows. Yeah. I do not watch them.
Yeah.
Well, I got a couple of those in the next one, and the more I do it, the more I realize like that's my thoughts, and if I'm not going to be punished for my thoughts.
Yeah.
We can't be punished for thoughts. And the shit that you're doing,
what we stand for here, man.
And the shit that you're doing, Andrew, and I know you're doing, and that's another reason why I wanted to, and I'm glad, like, you know, there's podcasts you could go on and everybody could just, you know, jerk each other off about, well, you know, oh, this is great, that great, yeah, check them out at fucking Bananas, you know, and that's cool, but the shit you're doing. And I told you this at the cellar. I think you're an innovator. I think I think the game needs what you're doing, and it's a joke like you saw me do, where you go, I like that. That's why you're doing what you do because that's the comedy and that's the level that you're trying to do. And that shit you did, and I texted you last night. I was laying in bed, my kids are sleeping, and I'm watching that joke, the pussy grabbing joke, and you know, but what's really dope is when you said, and this is next level shit, which I love, and I'm trying to do this with my next hour, and I think every comic who's pushing it should do it, is when you said, well, when did you ask for the man's consent?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
When is a man's consent? Because that's never a, you know, I was going to do a joke and they said I can't do it. And the joke was basically, and it's so funny, Nick DiPaolo goes, I would open with
If you guys don't know
the
Nick
joke
DiPaolo.
was basically like, if a man says he's raped, right? I would immediately believe him.
Absolutely.
Right? But then the joke was, I said, if a woman says she's raped, I want to know if it was All-Star Weekend. Right? And they were like, you can't say that. And I'm like, right? Because that's what it is. That's what it is.
My boy, Virzi.
You know?
I told y'all.
I want to know if it's All-Star. I want to know if it's All-Star Weekend because I know it goes down.
No, but it's true. Like, whenever you hear an allegation, right, the first thing you say is like, by who? Right? Because
I want to know.
But the reason we're asking who, right, is we're asking what you can gain.
Yeah.
Like if a woman was like, I was raped by this homeless guy, we'd be like, nah, you got raped by that homeless guy. Like that happened, right? But if someone's like, I got raped and it's by Elon Musk, you're like, bitch, you out your goddamn mind, bitch. You just trying to go to Mars.
Yo,
fuck out of here, yo.
Oh my God. There's a girl, Chloe. Who's a comedian, Chloe?
Chloe Hilliard.
No. Small white girl.
I don't know.
Oh my God, Chloe something. It's I don't know if it's a French last name. She did a joke. I walked in a New York Comedy Club, and I was she's young and new, But she goes, you know, she goes, she goes, yeah, you know, this guy takes me back, and I just caught like the closer of it. She goes, yeah, this guy took me back to his house, you know, and he goes, and then he started raping me, and the whole crowd just goes like, you know, oh my God. And she goes, then I look back. And I saw his Yale diploma on the wall, and I was like, nah, he's fucking me. I was like, yo, that's fucking hilarious.
Yo.
And I had to reach out to her.
If you're a comic, listen to this. Find me that
good
girl's
shit.
name. I want to know who that is.
No, I'll find it. I know because I reached out to her.
Send me her name.
I actually told. Yeah, she did.
Yes.
and
Because
she
for me, this is a place where like I'm trying to create a place where like all these comics can put up these jokes because no network is going to put up that joke. But I'll put up your joke. I'll put it up on a YouTube channel. I'll put it up. I'm going to make sure people see it because I know people will fuck with it. So I need to find out who Chloe is. Make sure you message me and find out who it is.
Yeah. She's at New York Comedy Club a lot.
All
She
right,
was
bet.
recently at Stand Up New York, so I'll get the name.
There was this other chick made me laugh. She had a joke. It was it's like, yeah, I fucked this guy. We didn't use a condom, whatever. So I had to get Plan B, and he was a gentleman. He gave me the $50 for the Plan B. He's also stupid because I'm on birth control, but I'm up 50. So it's like women are playing in this space.
They got to.
And they weren't before, but now they're playing in this space. And maybe that's the one. Like positive, but that's a positive to the Me Too shit is like now women got a little bold. Like men got pussy. So now women are like, all right, we can say
They're like
whatever.
swinging their dicks like the
They're
hard-
swinging
way
their
harder
fucking
to do.
dicks. So
I
it's like,
think the
okay.
pendulum is starting to, and then it's
And then we're gonna meet in the middle.
And then it's gonna meet in the middle.
Even
It's
out.
always
This-
all
That was always what I thought out of this whole shit.
This-
Like,
it has
Chappelle
to.
had to think about it too. When
What
he
is
was
it?
like, I think it was the bird revelation.
Bird revelation, yeah.
And he's basically like, yo, Ben Affleck tried to come and be on his side. He's like, shut up, bitch, you grabbed the titty at 92.
He's like, I'm out.
He's like,
I tried to help.
And he's like, yo, we're too scared. So like eventually, like once people stop giving a fuck, it's gonna swing back the other way for a while, and then it's gonna even out.
The only people that can, you're 100% right, man.
Yeah.
And
that's what it
the
is.
only people that can comment on these issues right now, to give like a good example, are like the people made of mud, right? Like, because the whole Me Too shit is a mudslinging contest.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So like what they try to do is Ben Affleck came out in a nice suit and he was like, I did some fucked up things in my past. And they started throwing mud on the suit and he was like, I can't get this suit fucked up. You know what I mean? Right? But me, I'm coming out in a mud suit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, some of you bitches are crazy.
Yeah.
And they throw mud on me and I'm like, oh shit, more suit.
Yeah.
So it's not, it can't
Nothing
affect
to
you.
you.
That's and on the flip of that, that's why you're not going to see like really wealthy, successful people run for office, is because they got on a nice suit. I think Ben Shapiro said it about Oprah. He was like,
Oprah
she
would
can't
never
run
run.
because she's made out of porcelain. It's beautiful, her suit, and you gonna throw mud on it.
Yeah.
You're gonna start,
They're gonna find.
We'll start finding out all the shit about Oprah we don't want to know.
We don't want to know it either.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then once that happens,
Come on,
because
they found Bernie went to Russia in like the 70s.
Yeah,
It's like,
dog, say what you want to say about Trump, like, but before he became a politician and like he actually affected lives, like
Y'all fucked with him.
People really fucked with him. You know what I mean? Like he was a funny
He was a
guy.
hip-hop
He was
mascot.
rich. He was a euphemism for
He's
anything.
a 30-year Democrat.
Yeah.
He's a 30-year Democrat. Like Oprah he used to go on Oprah's show and Oprah would say, "When are you going to do this for us?
Yeah.
Do
Like-
this for us." Like that's what he was.
and
But
that's why I don't think we'll ever see another real big celebrity run for president.
I don't know. I
that
don't.
goofball, the Starbucks dude,
Which dude?
he thought he was slick. He's like, he goes, I'm going to run as a centrist because America needs something in the middle. It's like, motherfucker, you sell coffee to both sides. Stop acting like America needs something in the middle. You just don't
Everybody
want to
buys
stop
coffee,
selling
yeah.
coffee, right? Like,
Do you know though what you just said is true, and I agree with you, Kaz. Is that it's going to level off, but you know when it wouldn't? It wouldn't level off if comedians like us don't do it.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Oh,
So
That's the
if
catalyst.
all of us start apologizing, and if all of us go, hey man, like in the green room, I was gonna say that, but you know what? Not today. It's you have to go and do it.
Yeah.
And you have to say like, and you could I feel it at the Cellar, man. Like I was on stage at the Cellar and I just said something where I felt women agreeing, where I just was talking about how feminism, I go,
women are
you
over
got,
feminism.
you gotta love America because it's where only a feminist could not work. There are feminists that don't have jobs, right?
Yeah.
And one woman was like, no. And then there were women in the front with their husbands or boyfriend going, yeah. Like there are women that literally don't work in this country. They don't work.
Yeah.
There is a dude who pays for their fucking Range Rover, puts them up in a mansion.
Yeah.
Here's your credit card. Go shopping, yoga, whatever the fuck it is.
speak on your wife, Virzi.
Yeah.
Speak on your wife.
No, I'm actually the other one in this one. I'm taking advantage of that. But and then they act
Smoke
like fuck.
show.
They act yeah.
Virzi called his wife a smoke show
During the speech.
He gave a wedding. Shout out to Giannis. He just got married this
great
weekend.
wedding.
That was great. That was
Amazing,
great, by the way.
beautiful wedding in a fucking castle. rehearsal, and Virzi goes to give the speech, and he starts it by, I just want to shout out my wife. She's sitting right there. Smoke show. He goes, what a smoke show.
And then I go, don't be embarrassed.
The fucking bride is right there. Doesn't mention the bride. Bro, Virzi did like a 15-minute speech about him and Giannis's relationship. Honestly, I thought you were about to break them up. You literally, Giannis and I are so close, and he was there for me when I really need him. Oh yeah, this broad's getting married to him. Good luck, you got a good one. My wife's a fucking smoke show.
You know, the best stuff was when she got embarrassed because my wife is like Scandinavian. She's real fair. So she started blushing. I go, don't be embarrassed. They know.
They know.
Don't be embarrassed. They know.
Talk that shit.
Let's go.
I love it.
Somebody said, somebody goes, dude, Andrew Schultz. Somebody goes, when you finished the speech, Andrew Schultz stood up.
Bravo. Because we were saying this right before we started. Like, it's hard to do a speech when you know there's like 15, 20 comics.
I'm not going to lie to you.
And good comics.
No, that's what I'm saying. Andrew, I'm not going to lie to you. And this is 100% real. Yeah. He said, do you want to be a groomsman? I said, of course. I thought his older brother was the best man. He's got another brother that was going to be there. And then all of a sudden, he hits me like a week and a half before. And he goes, hey, would you want to say a few words? We think you're the right guy to do it. And when I tell you, I was like, I can't say no. So I said, yeah. I'm not kidding, and this is not an exaggeration. I opened for Bill Burr at Madison Square Garden twice. The second time was in the round for an 18,000, and it was on my mind. Like, what am I going to open with? This is New York. So not only agents and industry, but like this is my home. There's going to be somebody that I went to. There's going to be somebody I went to elementary school with. There's going to be somebody I went to high school with.
Waiting for you to bomb.
And I'm in the middle, and like, what is he going to do? Yeah. And it was like 5 days after my special came out, so I'm like, should I do any of that material? It was crazy. When I tell you, like the last 3 days leading up to Giannis's wedding, the pressure was like, I would lay in bed going like, I should have told him no. Like, why am I? Because then all of a sudden, then they start saying all these comics that are coming, comics that I respect. Like, he's not kidding. This was like, there were like 25 New York City monsters in there. And I'm going, and Giannis goes, I want him to close the speeches. Yeah. So like there's going to be 4 speeches and then we want Paul to close it. And I'm sitting there and I'm just going, all right, just talk from your heart. I was, and then I had it and then I went up and did it and he cried and was like, that was amazing. So, but it was, I couldn't relax at the wedding until
I know.
I had to, could you imagine thinking of that the whole day?
Bro,
I'm in the,
My buddy, Bobby at his wedding, this motherfucker tried to set me up. I knew he wanted me to give a speech, but he was like, he didn't tell me. He wanted to be like impromptu. So yeah, go Schultz, go say a few words. But I like had a little something in the canister. I was just ready to go because I knew he was going to try to set me up.
For you for like
fuck yeah, because you got to rep your set. It's like you know what I mean. It's like imagine playing pickup and you're trash. But like imagine you're an NBA player and like someone asks you to play pickup.
Somebody rolls the ball to you. It's like, oh come on, play a little bit.
Plus, if I bomb at New York Comedy Club with a cellar, that goes away in a day. It's like, oh yeah, he was trying new shit. If I bomb at one of my best friends,
you ruin the wedding.
Like 250-person wedding.
Bro, you ruined the wedding, bro.
At a castle.
Yes, at a castle.
I mean, I'm at a castle. Bro, like, you know what I mean?
Legit castle in Long Island, bro.
Like like Derek Jeter was gonna get married there. One of the Jonas Brothers, Brian McKnight. This is this is a major place. I think there was over 200 people there. You bomb there, it's remembered.
Big time.
It's remembered. It's documented. So it's like
big time, bro. It was so.
That was fun.
It was good.
It was fun, man. It was fun.
And Giannis was so composed at the wedding the whole time. He had like this great posture. He had this great chill vibe. And I walked up to him and I was like, "How you feeling, man? Like you just seem great. You seem great about this." And he goes, "Yeah, man. I'm just numb."
Yeah.
so like I'm like you're like awestruck by it. He's like, no, I just don't think I feel anymore. So I think I'm ready to get married.
Yeah, he goes, I don't feel anymore. He goes,
like,
oh, that's what I was gonna say, Virzi.
That's it?
Bro, we needed you to mop up the fucking bride's, what is it? The bride's best lady?
Is it the matron of, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they're called.
Yeah.
But those speeches suck. Dude, they fucking suck. Whenever women give the speech, the wife's best friend, what is it?
Yes,
best
it's
lady?
So it would be the bride's either best friend or sometimes sister.
Fuck!
But these were friends, no sister.
Yeah, but they started with that stupid line.
What'd
it's
they
like,
say?
We're friends, but it's like we're family.
Oh,
yeah, did they say that?
Bro,
That means they
all the comics are just like holding in booze.
Like,
We're just like,
That was like me. I was at my friend's wedding and he asked me to speak and I quickly did a Google search of what to say at a wedding.
Oh,
and that was one of the lines.
This is the go-to though. This for being the best man speech. The formula is big up the girl like crazy.
Yeah.
Which you did not do at all. You could give a fuck.
At the end a little bit.
I don't even think you knew her name. I think you called her Leslie or some shit. You're like, whatever your name is, broad, you did a good job. But it's like big up the girl and then trash your boy.
Right.
That's usually the go-to. And then button it up with, hey, listen,
But
what a beautiful thing. Well,
he needed her to, and then they button it up. So now they found each other.
She's the fucking savior, right?
Wow. Okay. All right. That makes sense. That makes sense. Shit. I got to learn that shit, man.
But
I've been to a lot of weddings, a lot of baby showers, though.
Was that a race joke right there, Kaz?
It's not a fucking joke. I'm like, yo, how many weddings do we really get to go to, bro? I'm just like,
that's hilarious.
Y'all got set plans and shit. I'm like, I wish I could relate, bro.
Virzi's Italian ass been to 30 weddings by 9 years old.
Dead ass.
Yeah, between Italian and Greek, I'm Italian and Greek. It's a wedding.
It's a wrap.
God damn.
Like
Baby
wedding
shower.
scene.
I'm like, damn, that really sounds nice. I wish I
shit.
could experience that.
That's hilarious.
God damn. I wish my friends get married. Fuck, that was sad.
But Giannis was super, super nervous 2 days before to the point where I saw it. But I got to tell you, on game day, I said, because I like to bet a little bit, right? I like to throw a little action on a game that I feel good about, right? Looking at his face, if he was the quarterback going into the Super Bowl, I'm betting. Like, because I first of all, I said for this Super Bowl, not only I bet the Patriots and the under, and I took the Patriots straight up. But I saw Jared Goff's. I'm very big on reading people like it. I saw Jared Goff's face, and I go, that's not a man. That's
not ready.
That's not a man. That's not a man's look that's going to win a Super Bowl.
Right.
And on top of, of course, I mean, obviously other things went into it. Belichick, of
course,
Brady, and all that. But you could just see like they're not. Nah, he didn't have it, and they kept saying like, "Is this? That's."
How about Nick Foles?
That kid, man, like that. But he's got that. Nick Foles has got that like almost Eli thing where it's like not a great regular season, but then when it counts, no mistakes. Like I'll take Eli. I mean, I'm an Eli guy, so I've gotten into arguments with people about Eli Manning because Eli Manning is a stone cold assassin. His fourth quarter comeback, he's got about the same amount of fourth quarter comebacks as Joe Montana. You look at that kid's on road playoff, and his completion percentage to interceptions and touchdowns to interceptions on the road in a big hostile environment in bad weather. Eli is better than his brother. I mean, his brother.
A lot of people will say he only gets to those situations because like defenses have carried him there, and like they put him in the situations like, okay, all you got to do is have one great moment. Can you do that?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, if a defense puts you there, that's great. But then if you go 21 or 29, or if you go 20 or 29 with one pick and 3 or 4 touchdowns and the big, look, Eli Manning didn't make a mistake. Peyton Manning threw a pick 6 to lose a Super Bowl. Let's not forget that. He threw a pick 6 to lose a Super Bowl. Eli Manning, that Manningham pass. And I'll tell you another thing, that helmet catch, everybody, watch it in slow motion, watch it again.
He broke like 3 tackles.
Not only did he break 3 sacks, the guy's holding his jersey. He looks down, sees his guy clearly taller than Harrison. Yeah, the other defenders broke in, but he's like, I'm putting it up for my guy to get. That's all you could do in that situation. Right. Another thing in that game that people forget is there was a 3rd and 11 to Steve Smith.
Have you had this combo before?
Oh, no. No, I'm sorry.
No, because you are fucking ready for this. This is what it's like being an Eli fan, right? It's like, you're going to get the onside.
I know, look, I'm doing the math. And
you just Hurricane Katrina this shit.
No, I'm doing the math, and there's 4 years. So I know that it's probably 3. There's probably 2 or 3 against me.
The inches on the sticks and shit.
You just remember him plays leading.
Yo, he had Puma cleats on. People forget. People forget that if you look at the percentage with the Pumas compared to the Adidas, it's a better win.
Yeah, but you're right. No, I don't think
that's the type of fervor you need to defend Eli, though. Yeah, that's how terrible he is any other time.
I get upset when a guy brings 2 parades. Like people forget, man. He brought 2 parades, 2 Lombardi trophies, and he's looked at as a fuck. It's actually one of the most underrated. Yeah, it's one of the most underrated New York athletes, man. And but this city did it to Patrick Ewing. Yeah, this city did it to Patrick. Patrick had to leave. Patrick had to leave, but I know. But he carried it on the back. You're right, though. But he carried it on the back, and all of those epic series against the Pacers and the Bulls. And Patrick, like this, the crowd. He even said in his retirement thing, he goes, "I didn't appreciate you. You didn't appreciate me until after."
Yeah,
but if you think about New York athletes, they don't really appreciate anybody but like Yankees, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Jeter's like in my generation, like Jeter's the only like unslanderable New York
That's
athlete.
actually a great
Yeah, but he
point,
brought
because Mattingly too.
rings, though, dude.
Mattingly to a certain
Mattingly's
degree.
beloved though.
Yeah, he is. He absolutely is. But Jeter, like you can hear a few knocks on Mattingly. You never hear anybody say
rings,
you
bro.
can't say shit
Rings.
about Jeter.
Oh,
New York.
Jeter is like
Rings.
probably out of all the New York athletes. I mean, he walks on water here more than
Absolutely.
anybody.
Absolutely.
Because he did everything.
But he did everything right.
He did everything right. You never knew. He had no ego. He had nothing. He never.
He was the perfect
offended
athlete, bro. Like he's like, if you look at Russell Wilson and put him in New York.
Yes, but not corny.
But
like,
not corny.
Because that's
You know
the thing
what I'm saying?
about
Like,
Jeter, right?
Jeter
It's
had
like
the bitches too.
say one
Like,
thing about
nobody was-
Jeter.
Uh-huh.
Like you could say Eli's corny, right? It don't matter what culture you're coming from at Derek Jeter, right? Like say you're a bunch of cool dudes who value getting bitches. You ain't got more bitches than Derek Jeter.
Yo, Derek
right?
Jeter's like the male Beyonce, bro.
Facts.
Like you can't
say you're a guy who just cares about the game and playing out the game, right? You got the image of Jeter jumping into the stands, busting up his face, right? Say you're a guy who just cares about W's, right? You got the rings. There's literally nothing you could. The only knock is that his sperm might not work, right? Like, does he have kids?
No, he just had a second.
He just had a second.
He just had a second with that model, yeah.
Latinos are in. We're supportive. Everything's good to go. So, like, literally, you can't knock him at all. There's nothing you can say.
No.
He didn't even ask for crazy bread. He asked for crazy bread the last year. What was it? Like, he signed that 2-year, $20 million or something. They were like,
like
it's a
just
little
to
too
stay a
much.
Yankee.
But they make the money back on the goodbye tour.
That's actually a great point. Like dudes who are like, oh, that pretty boy that women just want to fuck. And you're like, no, wait a minute. He's clutch. He's like, there's nothing that you
guy.
cannot say anything against him.
No.
The dude was giving gift bags. Like the gift bag is one of the all-time.
That's crazy.
He's a biracial angel.
One of the.
bro.
He's a biracial angel, bro.
Biracial angel.
Oh my God, that better be the name of his book. That
Biracial
better be the name of his
angel.
book. Oh my.
There's your next article for Complex.
The biracial angel.
The biracial angel. See how we're cooking up content?
Oh my
We do this in
God.
our sleep, bro.
Who could knock Jeter? Like
you can't.
But that's the thing, like,
can't.
we knock every New York athlete, though, no matter what. Like, we give Eli undeserved shit, and he brought 2 Super Bowls here.
Right.
And, like, if that was Jeter, man, like, and I don't even think it's because, like, he can't play or
Well,
like,
name
he doesn't make these clutch-
another athlete that brought 2 Super Bowls or 2 NBA titles or 2 anything
Or more.
more 2 titles in their respective
gets more
sports. That gets 2 parades, 2 trophies. That gets more shit. It's never happened. I've never seen it happen. I have never seen somebody give such joy to a city and a team.
It's because New Yorkers value cool, right? Like
That's what I said.
we
It's
love
his face.
Anthony Mason. He
Yeah.
did jack shit,
Rest
but
his
get
soul, yeah.
things shaved into the back of his head.
That's right.
But if you ask New Yorkers, like, yo, remember Mace? They say this, like, he would bring the ball up, and he was 6'9".
Don't go into the paint
Gives a
against it.
fuck.
Right.
Gives a fuck. He brought the ball up. He's a professional basketball player. Dribbling a goddamn ball against no defense. You're not getting locked up up
my
and down by a
God.
power forward.
It wasn't that.
Fucking
He
hilarious.
brought the
Calvin
ball up.
back then.
He's
He
a
was the-
professional.
he was the point forward.
Of course you should bring the fucking ball up. Can you believe he managed to bounce the ball between his hand and the ground 30 feet?
Yo, leave Mace
It's
alone, bro.
insane.
Mace passed away, bro. God bless his dead. We ain't
R.I.P. I'm just saying.
R.I.P. Anthony Mason, but
Rest his soul.
but you can't talk crazy with Anthony Mason though.
That's what I say because he's cool. We value
he's
cool.
cool.
We almost
Yeah.
value cool more than winning.
Like I think we fuck with Joe Namath more than we fuck with Eli Manning.
Cool.
Because Joe Namath was cool.
Bro,
Like,
and like we like the big dick shit. Like he was like, "Yo, we got this. We're gonna win," and then he did it. Like if you call it out,
Oh, yeah.
and then do it in
That's
New
any
York,
sport.
because that's who we are. Like if you ask any Knicks fan at the beginning of the season who's gonna win, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Knicks, guaranteed." Like so, it's like
this our year, bro.
when it is our year. When it happens, we value that that arrogance.
Yeah.
That
New York Knicks
confirmed
win a title
arrogance.
in this city. I'm telling you,
So,
that's going to
It's
be
Mad Max.
It's going to.
Son, it's over.
Like,
It's
and I'll be the first one crying. I'm I'm a diehard
That
man.
ass.
It's over.
You and me
It's a wrap.
both. You and me both.
No, no.
The day that
I shudder at the thought.
clock goes 0, when it goes 0 and New York won, it's going to be.
I'm going to jail happily. I'll be like, yeah, I was in jail that one time, but it was when the Knicks won the title, so I was like,
This
all
is a
right,
basketball
I'll do the
city.
2 months.
It's a
This is a
basketball
basketball
city.
town, and you know people. I remember
Son,
even in '99.
halal carts are going to be flipped in the middle of the fucking street, bro.
God.
Dude, I remember it was a New Year's, and I was
surf a halal
around,
cart.
son, I was
I'm
around
46.
Times Square, not even close to Times Square, and it was just New Year's. It wasn't like 2000. It was like
Yeah.
2008 8. Nothing important, right?
Right.
And the clock is going down, and it goes down, and these guys jump on top of a fucking like newsstand, and they just start bashing all the windows in the newsstand for 2008.
Why?
It's not even an important year, bro. There's no whatever that shit is, solstice or nothing like. The Aztecs ain't do nothing. Nothing happened in 2008, and they broke it. When the Knicks win, bro, put the fucking hot dog stands away.
Oh my God,
Don't be on the street.
Yo, vendors should leave.
Bye.
Go home.
Bye.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, are we gonna be worse than Philly though?
Way worse than Philly.
Son,
First of all, we don't got horses.
They ate horses. That's what
No,
we do
we're
have
not gonna
horses.
eat horse
I'm
shit.
still in
We
the
do
horse.
have the horses in Central Park.
Oh, you didn't see that?
No, they ate. I
the
saw
Philly
them
fans
climbing
just
up a
eating
pole.
horse shit right off the ground.
I did remember seeing
Taking
the
bites of horse shit.
Oh my God.
And they
Like,
wonder why
that's
we
a
judge them.
different
It's
type of
like you're
fandom,
eating
son.
horse's shit.
That's a different type of fandom.
It's a different type. We're not going to be. We're just going to break things. We like destruction in New York.
Okay.
So we will destroy things for no good reason.
And shoot shit.
We got to get people targets though.
You're going to
Like,
hear
I'm not
mad
like,
gunshots.
Fucking Brooklyn. The
Forget
amount of fucking
Oh yeah, we're going to see a lot of converted Knicks fans again. Like all these Nets fans.
Oh, Zach, yeah. I don't like that. I had friends that were Knicks fans. They're like, no, I think I'm going to go to Brooklyn. It's like, what? We're never going to win. Yeah,
they're the gentrified New York team. Like that's exactly what gentrification is. It's like
That's funny.
New Jersey got too expensive. Oh, let's move to Brooklyn and raise the prices up in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? And they raise the value up of a franchise.
Do you realize the
to
future-
NBA. It's terrible.
Do you realize the future of the New York Knicks right now, as we speak, is in the best shape it's been in 20-some years?
Don't start.
No, don't start.
It's a disease.
Can you tell?
It's a disease.
No, it's not.
Verzi, it's a disease.
Can you tell?
It's a disease.
Yo,
It's in
please.
here.
No, but
It's in
here's
here.
why.
First
Here's
of all,
why.
everybody go on YouTube and look at how Paul is dressed, right? Because if you've ever seen one of the undercover cops that's by the turnstiles waiting for you to jump,
That's hilarious.
that is your look. It's the turnstile undercover. So everything that you say next is going to be filtered through this.
Okay.
I know where you are because I've been there. I've bled it too, and I've removed myself from it. But I know.
This is different.
No,
This
it's
is
not.
different, yo. This is
Di-
different.
When is
Dude.
the last time we had? When is the last time you had? Not
Virzi
only
is so New York. I can't even explain. Like, this is how New York Virzi is. It's like he's not the guy who's playing softball in Central Park. He's the umpire, right? Like, that's how fucking raw New York. He's like, I can't play the game anymore, but I need to be around it. I need to be around it. If I call a ball, it's a fucking ball. Don't argue with me. I've been playing this game for 30 fucking years. I know a ball when I see one.
Oh shit! No, I'd be one of those that think I could still hit, and then just my back will go out, and I like limp around. No, I'm looking at more of the future first round picks than the $75 million. $75 million cap space is great to bring, but they gave us 2 first round picks, and we have the worst record now, which means we have 3 big guys coming on the draft, and if Kevin Durant's got a backbone. If Kevin Durant's got balls, if Kevin Durant wants to put
Talk
a
your
team
shit.
back,
Talk your shit.
Talk to
Talk
him.
your shit, Virzi. Talk your shit, Virzi.
Kevin Durant's got an opportunity now, and it's all on the table for him. We're going to give him Madison Square Garden.
That's it.
You're going to give him the Garden. You're going to give him New York, and you could say to him, "Hey, Kevin, guess what? You pick who you want to play with."
That's right.
We'll give your friend a max.
Yep.
You get the max.
This motherfucker.
You're gonna get
Because he knows the plan, B. He knows the plan. He knows
It's a disease.
The GM.
It's a disease,
GM
guys.
did his job.
I'm telling you, bro. That's all you had
The
to do.
GM did his job.
no.
So if KD doesn't come and and shit falls apart, then you're right.
He's
But-
not coming.
Even if he doesn't,
The Knicks will
here's my
find a
thing,
way to
here's my
fuck
thing.
it up. Frank
Here's my
Zambine's
thing.
ownership.
Even
Yeah.
even if KD doesn't come, they're in the best shape that they've been in such a long time.
What I'm afraid of if Zion Williamson, because I heard somebody say this, I don't know if it was Mike Francesa, somebody said something,
Yeah.
and it scared me. They said, I don't know if Zion Williams, listen, he's got a 47-inch vert. We all know what he could do.
Yeah.
He could pass, he could shoot. He's actually got finesse for
Yeah.
that. He's like Gronkowski body.
Yeah.
But will it translate against guys? Because he is playing in college. He's playing
Won't translate as well.
Will
I think it'll
It
translate.
won't translate as
I mean,
well. It will translate,
Right.
but it won't translate as well, and he'll have to develop some sort of jump shot.
He has a decent jump shot.
It's decent. That's the thing. His jump shot is better than Ben Simmons. His jump
Oh,
shot
for
is
sure.
better than Rondo. His jump shot is better than guys that play in the league, right?
Right.
All he
'Cause
needs
the thing
is
is that-
something respectable. If he has something respectable, I think what will happen is, and he has shooters around him, they won't be able to just kind of converge on him every time he goes to the basket.
Right.
But you're not going to be able to just sit in the post against NBA guys.
Yeah.
It's
All
different.
right, but you say like NBA guys, right?
Al
One,
Horford is stuffing all your shit.
First off, Al Horford is a good, nice player.
that can play D on these guys.
Best day, he's never been as athletic as Zion.
Not as athletic, but he can play D against these guys.
He's going to eat Zion's dick when he's dunking on his head.
Bro, listen, I hope we get Zion. Every time I watch the Knicks and I see another white guy, I'm like, oh, we're really tanking.
Yes.
Like, we've signed 14 white guys in the last week.
I watched Kevin Knox. I took my little boy Lucas to the game. I watched Kevin Knox drop 20 in the first half and get taken out.
Immediately.
Yeah,
like,
fuck you doing?
And I'm going, this kid's dropping.
Get taken out for Henry Ellison.
He's dropping over 30 tonight if he's playing the game.
Dude.
And they're tanking.
I fucking love Fizdale, bro.
Dude,
I love Fizdale. First game back after
Henry
All-Star
Ellison,
break.
Luke Cornett.
First game back after All-Star break, right?
Big tanking.
This is one of the most
Dennis
blatant
Smith
tanks.
pulls up from right inside the fucking free throw line.
Yeah.
Punches it on somebody, right?
Well, he missed it, but it was close.
No. This is the one he got. The one he got.
Okay, yeah.
Fizdale didn't play in the whole second half.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
He said, get in there. He said,
what are you doing?
Fucking up my tank?
Go turn up the ball. Go turn over the ball. We need Zion.
I love it.
Let's get real for a second.
Yes, let's get real. Yeah.
Why wouldn't Kevin Durant come here if he feels like the legacy's tainted, which I think it is, going to 73-9. I mean, again, and you were winning that series 3-1, right? People know.
He'll leave. He'll leave the Warriors. I don't think he'll come to the Knicks because I think...
So you think he goes to a super team now?
Not necessarily a super team. I just don't think he'll come to the Knicks purely because I think the Knicks ownership and president, GM, top to bottom, are retarded. I truly believe they're retarded people.
The new guys. You don't like Perry and Mills?
From Perry down to Fizdale. Retarded.
I don't think they're retarded at all. They've got us into a position to even get Kevin Durant.
I think Dolan is the one.
Dolan's the one you got to watch out for.
Dolan to Fizdale. I mean, Fizdale, all they had to do was go kiss the ring for Porzingis. They didn't do it.
But
right?
I'm good
Franks and Beans. That's a Franks and Beans thing to do right there.
I'm good on Porzingis. Why does he need to get the ring kissed? He hasn't won shit. What has he done?
Because he's our best prospect.
Yeah, and he's coming off a bum fucking, was it Achilles, ankle, ACL? His knee.
You're making a point about Knicks fans that we were just saying before. It's what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
Right? It's like we could have appreciated
You're telling me to go kiss the ring and you haven't done shit, and I don't even know if you're going to be half as good as you want to.
You kiss the ring.
And I got to pay you this year?
You kiss the ring.
Dog, if you're still on the contract...
Oh, that's
absolutely.
The other thing. They didn't even bother offering him the max.
Because his legs fucked up. Why am I going to give you the max if I don't know? We signed Joakim Noah thinking he's going to be the same Joakim Noah when he came back. You overpaid him and you still paid for that motherfucker.
So what if we get the first pick and what if Zion comes here and then all of a sudden Kyrie or Kemba Walker want to come here?
Please, no Kyrie.
All right, so let's say Kyrie.
You hate Kyrie. I love me some Kyrie.
I'm a Kyrie guy, but do you like Kemba Walker?
I would actually prefer Kemba to Kyrie.
And Kemba's actually had Kemba's
and they're
career
both
in the
local.
Garden. Kemba's career in the Garden from college to and national. Kemba's Walker is a
Kemba or Kyrie. You're not getting me. I'm not upset about either one.
Here's my thing about
KD
Kemba.
and Zion is where
now we're talking. I want KD and Zion. Here's the thing with Kemba and Kyrie. Here's the thing we could talk about is the difference between Kemba and Kyrie is purely ego, right? Kyrie. And I was talking. We had a mean on the Patreon episode. Me and El Hassan from ESPN. You know what I mean? He's on the Libertard show a lot. So he said this. He goes, "You got to understand Kyrie's ego." When I'm talking about Kyrie's ego, I'm specifically saying why he feels he's the number one guy and should be the number one guy on a team, despite every metric showing that when he is number one, the team loses. Right? Despite every statistical bit of evidence to prove that he is not qualified to be number one, he still believes it. And then he goes, "You got to understand." The delusional thinking that is required to be an NBA athlete carries through. That doesn't go away. The delusional thinking of, you know what, I'm going to be so good at basketball that people are going to pay me hundreds of $millions and continue to do that. Yeah. That just doesn't stop once you're in the league.
Right.
So he still has it. Every athlete had to think that. I think that Kemba thinks it less. I think Kemba is one of those guys who's like, I can take anybody off the dribble. I can give anybody in the league buckets. That being said, if I got KD on the team, it's strictly personality, not ability.
If Kyrie does come to the Knicks with Kevin Durant, I don't think he has that same ego about like, oh my gosh, I'm the best guy here. Why am I not getting the last shots? Why am I not getting the last plays draws for me? Why I should go into Jason Tatum? Why I should go into Terry Rozier or whatever?
Yep.
You come and bring Kevin Durant on your team, you've established Kevin Durant is the fucking man. Yes. And I think he's learned his lesson from the LeBron James experience. I'm like, okay, I need to learn LeBron James is the fucking man, and then eventually I'm going to get there. He's learning it now, like, fuck, I don't think I'm really ready to lead yet.
He's not learning
He's like, leading is fucking, I'm not ready to lead yet, but leading is fucking hard. You come to a team with Kevin Durant, He's that much of a basketball mind to know that you need Kevin Durant to be the fucking man.
So you're
okay being 1B or a 2.
You think Kevin Durant is good enough where Kyrie will accept the beta role?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See,
Absolutely.
I don't think so. But
I think
that is the argument.
And I think that's the driving reason.
That is the argument. If, for example, if that's the case, then you guys are right, and I 100% am on your side. I just don't. I believe if you think that LeBron isn't better than you and you deserve your own team outside of LeBron, you're not going to think differently with KD.
The same mode of thinking that you have with Kyrie being like, okay, I got to think this irrational to think someone can pay me to play basketball.
Right.
I think after a while, most athletes will tell you they have the same mode of thinking when it comes to being the best player on the team.
Right.
After a while, that doesn't fucking matter to them. They just want to fucking win. How am I going to win?
I don't think
Kevin Durant is better than anybody on the Celtics right now. And if I'm Kyrie Irving, I'm thinking you give me Kevin Durant and 10 other guys, we're better than more than half.
Kyrie's getting frustrated this year.
So check this out. Did you guys watch the game last night?
I watched it yesterday.
Okay, so the interesting game yesterday.
Which
right?
one?
Celtics are playing the Rockets.
I watched parts of it, yes.
Right? The Rockets are smoking the Celtics. They're up, I think, 24.
They've been smoking everybody lately.
They've been smoking everybody.
I owe them an apology from earlier.
I'm not apologizing. So they're smoking maybe even more. But at one point it was like 24.
Yeah.
They pull Kyrie.
Yeah.
Right? They make a comeback. They get within, I think, 6 points. So they have an 18-point comeback, right? 6 points. There's like 2 minutes left in the game. They throw Kyrie back in, which I'm not upset about because when there's 2 minutes left and you just need a bucket getter, Kyrie's your guy. Then we can slow it down into ISO. James Harden hits a step back three in Kyrie's mouth. Next possession, James Harden hits a step back three in Kyrie's mouth.
I saw that, yeah.
Game over. Now, to me, a couple things happen. Number one, the team has given up on Kyrie. The second he's out the game, they are playing Brad Stevens basketball, whether you like it or not. I'm not a big Brad Stevens guy. I think he's overrated. But he's got the guys playing together. They were hustling their ass off, and they chipped 18 away without Kyrie. Second Kyrie enters that game, they end up losing it. I don't think Kyrie even realizes that. That's a problem for me.
No, I definitely see that. But I also think that championship Cleveland won, okay? That was, I mean, the day that the game LeBron had 45, Kyrie had 45.
Yep.
Kyrie hit that 7.
Kyrie hit the game winner.
Kyrie Irving hit the game winner in 7, but his game 5 was one of the most. Yeah. Kyrie Irving is a stone cold killer. And him and LeBron, but I hear what you're saying, and I think that he wants that. I don't think that Boston's going to want to keep him. He's a New Jersey kid.
Yep.
I think he wants to come here, and I think him and Durant are good friends. So I think if things fall into place, right? I know but listen, even if things don't fall into place, Knicks going to get top 3.
They're going to get.
Right? They're going to get the kid from. There was like the
Joe Morant.
Yeah, John Morant. The John Morant
or RJ Barrett.
Or RJ Barrett. Or RJ Barrett could play a 2.
Yeah, some people think RJ Barrett's better than Zion. Some people think. I'm not one of them.
RJ Barrett's insanely.
He's just as good, yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to probably keep Dennis Smith Jr., right?
Probably.
So
you got him for another year or 2, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll probably let Moutier go.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Dennis Smith is an asset.
So just here. So let's just fucking hypothetically for fun, all right?
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
You know, we're on Flagrant 2, right? But we're having fun here, right? Let's say you got Dennis Smith bringing it up, right? And then you got KD, Kyrie, okay, and then who would it be? Either Zion or Barrett?
Zion or Barrett, yeah.
That 5.
And you got DeAndre Jordan or Mitch Robinson.
So the only teams fucking with that 5. If KD does,
you have Smith come off the bench. You have Smith be your 6th man, and you have Kyrie bring it up, and then your 2 is.
Oh, so that's right. So you have
Kevin Knox or Alonzo Trier, one of those guys.
So you think Kevin Knox will stay on the bench or be?
No, I think Knox starts.
I think you start Knox.
Okay, so Kyrie and then Dennis Smith Jr. is the 2nd. Right.
Dennis Smith Jr. is the microwave. It's like, go in there, you have 20 minutes a game.
Yeah.
It's Jamal Crawford.
So
get buckets.
And
he'll like that. Yeah.
So think about that bench and those starters. If KD does decide to do that and you get Zion, who in the that to me that's
Great
a
team.
trip. To me, that's a trip to the Eastern Conference Final.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? That's a trip to the Eastern Conference Final.
If all goes on paper, it is.
No, I'm saying if the Knicks plan with the $75 million and this pick fall into place, that's your starting 5 that's probably going to Eastern Conference Finals because the teams that are going to be fucking what's will be the 76ers or the Celtics.
My one concern about the team.
And the Raptors.
And
the Bucks are really good.
Bucks and Raptors. But my one concern about that squad of people right there is there's a lot of mouths, not a lot of spoons. I need a guy. I don't care if it's a 1 or a 3. I don't even care if Zion becomes this. If Zion becomes some guy who can dish the ball, I just need somebody who can get everybody the buckets because Kyrie does not like to pass.
Right.
He don't like to do pick and roll, and I throw you alley-oops. It's pick and roll, and I get to the can.
Yeah, I mean,
Is there a chance? Is there a possibility Kawhi Leonard comes to New York?
No, he's going to LA.
I think
Or
he's
he's
going
staying
to
in
LA.
the
I think he's going to LA
It's
Clippers.
LA or it's Clippers, which if he goes to the Clippers,
That's a squad.
that is a
Just him by
fucking
himself.
squad, dude.
yeah.
And first of all,
I can
another
never think of the Clippers like that.
dude,
Like,
it's
yeah,
crazy.
I
But
know.
even right now, dude, sweet Lou Williams, dude. I
Who's
think
the
he's the
dude?
most underrated player
Laurie
in like
Shamet?
NBA history. Shamet's the new guy that they just got from Philly, but Lou Williams. This career has been fucking unbelievable. Wherever he goes, it's 20 points a game. Hey, you want me to take me off? I want to
Off
come
the
off the
bench?
bench? 20 points a game. You want me to start? 20 points. I'm giving you 20.
Yeah.
He got 2 girlfriends and he's open about. So when I was open about 2 girls.
Yeah.
When I was in Toronto,
Had a
I
rap
just
career.
saw him at the club. He's fucking smoking cigars at the club. He don't give a fuck.
He's a legend.
Buckets.
He's a legend.
He's not working out in the gym. Buckets.
Yeah,
it's
just what
all
he
he
does.
is,
It's what he
dude.
does. Yeah.
It's like we need some sort of award for
And
him.
I think
Guys like that need something. They need some sort of credit.
just like as overall,
Just
not
an
just on
animal.
the court, but off the court.
Dude, if he was
Like
playing
a
at the
man, like
YMCA.
if NBA had like a Man of the Year award.
Yeah, it's just something like that. It's like you're not the MVP. You're like my favorite. You know what I mean? Like somebody, D Lemon used to say this about comics. He's like, who your favorite? I'm like, who do you think's the best? He goes, no, who's your favorite? Like
That's
we
good.
need a
Yeah.
like in my MFP,
Yeah.
my favorite
My
player.
favorite player.
Yeah, you're not the best, but you're my favorite. It's like because you had 2 girls that are your girlfriend suck your dick last night, and then you dropped 40
Off the bench.
off the bench. You don't care.
Like, I don't even want to start, bro.
That's it,
When
bro.
you hear
Go
about
ahead.
a
I'll
guy
catch up
that's-
later.
Yeah, you hear about a guy that's doing blow all night. There's been stories of guys been out all night.
Oh, John
guys
Bones
doing blow,
Jones.
guys been, you know, and then all of a sudden he just goes out and pitches like a.
John Bones Jones would have cocaine benders in Vegas the night before fights.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Come in,
Allegedly.
win. Allegedly.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is open proven.
Yeah,
Win those fights.
Yeah.
And these are championship fights, and he's washing motherfuckers. I'm like, why do you strip somebody for that? Give him another belt.
Yeah.
Give him a fucking trophy.
It's almost
on
like
top
a
of that shit.
disadvantage. This guy's
Yeah.
hungover.
He's hungover and shit. There's no reason why this guy should win the fight.
Lawrence Taylor. Right? Remember that happened? Like, remember he came into practice once?
Yeah.
No, he came into practice with the game. He's like, Coach, I got 8 hours last night. And the coach's like, what? He goes, yeah, I slept for 8 hours. Right? And he's like, oh, okay. And then he just went out and fucking demolished. Like 4 sacks. Just the guy would be doing blow all night and just show up and be a freak.
There needs to be an award show.
He's the only guy. Here's how good Lawrence Taylor was.
Okay.
He's the guy, MVP and MLB.
Both.
He's
Both.
the only one that's both.
That's it.
Because he just was an animal.
Sure.
Man, with
Allen Iverson, another
Killed people.
MFP, MVP.
Allen Iverson's one of my favorite ever.
Right? Like he's
Legend.
got that. They have that. There's something in it. We need MFP. It's almost better. Like for me, Jason Williams, remember White Jason Williams?
Chocolate,
That was an
yeah.
MFP.
Luka Doncic almost had it for me this year until they traded my boy away.
Yo.
Once they took Porzingis, I'm like, I can't in good faith root for Luka Doncic no more.
Oh, you were a big
I
Porzingis
was a
fan?
big Porzingis guy.
While we're
for a
talking about
while.
Luka, I think we need to acknowledge Trey got
Young.
some Mamba mentality
Listen.
in him.
That's another dude I owe a big
Trey
apology
got
for.
some Mamba in him, bro.
Yo, because I loved him in college, so I was like, why am I
Yeah.
so down on him now? I think he had like he ended his college season pretty soft or whatever.
Yeah.
He was a little hurt, so I was like kind of offing him for a little bit. But like the first half of his college season,
He figured
he
it
looked
out.
like
He figured out the league, boy.
After the All-Star break, it's like that fucking switch went off in his head.
Yeah.
Atlanta Hawks just gave him the fucking keys and
Yeah.
like, yo, do what the fuck you want,
Bro,
bro.
so what is up with his face? There's something up with his face, right?
His voice.
Yeah, I haven't listened to him speak, but there's something like all of his face is just in the middle.
It's like him and Patrick Mahomes have the same
Who's
fucking
this?
voice.
Trey Young. Look at his face.
He said all of his face.
All of his face is in the middle. Like, look how much more room for face he has.
Like,
but it's just
see-
all.
see how Giannis
dude,
is
you know what I mean?
stretching
No,
it
you
out?
know,
If his face was a
That's how
drawing, they
regular
would be
face
like,
looks.
lift the eyebrow.
lift it all up. Like, fix this. Go back to him. Go back to this one right there. Like, look at it. Doesn't it look like that Snapchat filter, which like makes you talk like this?
That's so
like,
fun.
It's like somebody
Yeah.
took all
Where
his
it makes you
features
look
and just
mad.
like this.
Yeah,
What's the Snapchat filter where you go like this?
His hair. What's up with his hair?
Oh,
It's
no.
like it shouldn't have all the straggly. He's got to tighten it up.
Yeah,
He's
something-
good though. He's good.
He looks
Oh,
like
he's
a-
a beast, bro. He's
Yo.
a beast.
He's gonna be really good.
I've had to eat a lot of crow about Trey Young because I thought he was going to struggle a lot.
He looks like
but
a
he is-
full-grown preemie baby.
Dude, yo, you know when he looks like when like a Dominican chick goes lesbian. You know what I mean? Like late in life lesbian, like she's just been burned by so many dudes. She's like, fuck it, I'm gonna try pussy. Right? She
I'm
lets
in
her
butch
fucking
now.
mustache glow out a little bit.
That's exactly.
What's up, Flord? Bro, look at this one. Look at this one right here. Go to this guy right here. Dude, what the fuck is happening
Derek
here,
White
bro?
wipes his eyes, bro.
Say what? He looks like a thumb.
Yeah, that
Doesn't he look like a sock puppet? Like
he clearly should have
looks
a
like
shaved
finger
head.
He looks
That guy
like
should have a shaved head.
like blink twice if you're in trouble. That's the fucking thing.
Fam, this is so weird. Yeah, he's an odd-looking guy, man.
Yeah, he is.
That is odd.
This is some strange looking motherfucker.
Yeah, basketball
But nah,
players are
Trey Young, he probably should have got Player of the Week this week. I think they gave it to Ben Simmons for Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Trey's averaging like 40.
Nah, that was stupid.
And then
Give
he
it
got
to Trey.
kicked out of a game for the best reason possible, for getting too many buckets.
You know, technically the basketball rules, what James Harden does when he steps back and jumps back is a travel.
Of course it is.
course.
You can't, especially the big one that he hit where he went like this and said and won.
Yeah.
He not only did he jump, he dragged his feet, and that's a travel.
So,
I mean,
how
it's
the fuck you
ridiculous.
get
so
to
this is the way he gets away with it. I was looking into it, right?
That's
Yeah.
a picture real quick.
Go through there. So what he does is, it's actually brilliant. Excuse me. As long as you don't hold the ball with both hands or like put your hand underneath the ball, right?
Uh-huh.
You can take as many steps as you want. For example, like there's a guy like Giannis that could probably take one dribble, a hard dribble, and get from half court maybe almost to the basket. Right? If he just dribbles hard and then does a few steps and then dribbles hard, right? There's no rule. So what he does is I think he bounces the ball and then he moves his feet as much as he wants once he sets.
And then he takes it, yeah.
So it gets an extra step. And it's like, it is a travel because we know that you're stopping your dribble, but you technically have the hand
It's
on
almost
top
like
of the ball.
it's like a loophole.
Yeah.
It's what it is it's palm. You know they'll call palming or carry?
Yeah.
It's carry with your hand on top.
Right. Right, that makes sense.
If you had your hand on the bottom, we'd be like, oh, you're carrying the ball.
can't do
You're
that.
not doing it.
Yeah.
But if you have your hand on top, it's like, oh, are you holding it? We don't know.
Yeah, no, that's actually an interesting way to look at it. He drives me nuts because he's disappeared 3 years in a row in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, and his game is just fucking soft. It's like
I don't care about your 50 points a game. He couldn't hit the rim.
cheat code, bro.
He couldn't hit the rim.
Oh, it's going to fall apart in the playoffs, without a doubt. But I'm just saying, like, his game, you ever played, like, Street Fighter against somebody?
Yeah.
And you know when they do, like, the same low kick?
Yeah, the low kick.
That's your game. You are the basketball equivalent of low kick.
Yeah.
It's like, we're not even doing the fight here.
No,
But
that's
nobody's been able to stop it. That's
You
what's
can't
crazy.
stop in a Street Fighter either.
Nah, sometimes when the person's like doing that cheating
Blocking.
shit, you can figure out, oh, okay, I'll just stand over here and just block.
wait it out.
Yep. You're going to
All
have
right.
to fight me. You have
Fair
to come to me.
enough.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is we're
There's
going to figure out a way to
workaround
do
for
it.
his move.
But you remember
Yeah.
the playoffs last year when at the end of that series when Chris Paul got hurt.
Yes.
He couldn't hit the rim. He
Yeah.
wasn't even in the rim. He was air balls. Everyone's going, what's going on? And he did it his last year with OKC.
Yeah.
He disappeared.
Yeah.
And then he 3 years in a row, James Harden has not shown. So everybody talking about James Harden.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps talking about, 50, this kid is wet.
Yeah.
That's great. What is he going to do in June or May and June? Because he doesn't play well in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And it's actually and guys like that are more dangerous because you know it's mental.
Yes.
Right? A guy like that is dangerous because in this April this guy's gonna light up the scoreboard everywhere
Right.
and you see all of a sudden he's thinking. He's like, oh
Interesting.
shit, like that's a guy that's gonna throw
I
a
gotta
pick.
put it up,
That-
yeah.
You know what that is? That's an NFL quarterback who goes 13-3.
Yeah.
And then loses in the first round because he throws a pick because he just thinks he could do something or makes a bad decision.
So
that's what he is.
that
You
was
think
Dirk's
it's
thing for a
not? You think it's not an issue of endurance? You think it's an issue like my take on Harden was always once you're playing against playoff defense, you've got to try harder.
Yeah.
And once you're playing playoff defense, you got to try harder. So at the end of those games, he starts to get exhausted, whereas during the regular season he wouldn't. But you think it's up here. You
I don't think
it's
that's the
I think
case
it's
at all.
mental.
I think
Interesting.
that this guy's been playing for months. He's in great condition, whether it's tight or not. This guy's hitting 4 feet behind the NBA 3-point line like it's nothing.
Right.
You mean to tell me when Chris Paul's out and they need you, you have to win that game?
Yeah,
Was that
yeah.
game 7? Was that game 7?
Yeah, it was
I don't
game
know.
7.
Yeah, game 7,
It was
and
game
Chris
7.
Paul's on the bench, and you need to show up. And they're like, I remember listening
missed
to my
a record
car.
number
I
of
left,
three-pointers.
I left,
That's right.
I left the cellar that night. I'm going, I have an hour upstate. I'm listening in the car, and they're going. Even the Rockets broadcast was like, he just can't hit the rim. And I'm going like, no, that's not. He knows Paul's on the bench. He knows it's on him. You have to
Seize
be
the
that
moment.
guy.
Yeah.
That that's when they go Kobe Bryant picking up the slack, 54 point in the playoffs. Because Kobe Bryant is a stone cold fucking killer. The way Tom Brady's a killer, the way Derek Jeter's a killer, and then there are some people that they don't
got it.
It's like a comic. It's like a comic in the spot. One of the best compliments Bill Burr ever gave me in my life, and this is real. He goes, man, you show up I want to be the guy to show up at the moment.
Yeah.
I want to be the guy that when I got to do a toast in front of every comic I respect, I show up.
Yeah.
And James Harden just seems like, you've seen it with comics, you've seen it with boxers, you've seen it with fighters. That it's like, they put on the show.
It's the yips after a while.
James Harden to me, it scares me.
Yeah.
James Harden to me scares me. James Harden kind of is like, who was the perfect example? Peyton Manning, best regular season of anybody ever. 13-3 every year.
Yeah.
11 first-round exits.
Cares too much.
11 first-round exits.
Cares too much.
Yeah, he cares.
And
that's what his
that's
father
Dirk
said about
Nowitzki
him.
used to have that thing about him too. Like he would have amazing regular seasons, MVP-like seasons.
Yep.
And then he went up against that Warriors team that fucking punked him. It was like Steven Jackson, Baron Davis, all those guys. And for a while, it was like, oh, he's like James Harden. Like, yo, you're gonna kill up until April and May.
He cared too much.
Even Bron. Early Bron.
But
we used to say that about him.
People still
early
say
in the
it
playoffs.
with. People still say it. Well, I was with some scouts when I was in Charlotte, and there are scouts in the NBA who are respected that they do not believe that LeBron is an alpha, and they don't even put him in the Jordan discussion because of that. Wow. They go, yeah, I know it's crazy to think, but they look at the rings and they go, which one of these did Bron win?
I look at LeBron James that way. I do.
It
I've had
is
arguments with
an
people
interesting discussion, right?
He's a good guy.
Which
He got
one
the
did
last
he win?
The one in Cleveland is undoubtedly his.
But what did y'all say?
Kyrie, though, yeah, I mean.
Y'all both said Kyrie hit the shot.
Of
Now,
course, he hit the
the
shot,
other
but
argument is LeBron got the block, and that was brought up as well. That was brought up as well. It's not saying it isn't, but there are certain guys that they pass given that last second shot opportunity, and there are certain guys that they want the bucket themselves. Now, LeBron might be such a smart player that he realizes the pass creates a more efficient shot. Kobe will take a less efficient shot, and Jordan will take a less efficient shot because he wants to be the guy who seals the game.
And 9 times out of 10, they make it.
They end up making it.
Yeah. Well, LeBron's a good guy. LeBron's a good guy. I don't think
all you need to do is make one game winner and then you're clutch.
Like LeBron's had game winners.
If you ask me if Reggie Miller hits every game-winning shot, he does.
You'll think so.
I've only seen him hit one.
But here's the thing: like, why is it that like people don't think Bron hits clutch shots? He's
I've only seen
plenty
him hit one
of like
against us.
walk off game winners. Fucking, he's had clutch shots.
And what they'll say is first round. First round, you're up. You're up 4-0 in this, or up 3-0 in the series, and he'll close it out. That's what they'll say. Listen. You know me. I'm a Bron stan.
Yeah.
But the argument from them is when the going gets tough, he likes to get that ball going to someone else.
When you got a guy I'm serious. When you got a guy who's a good guy, good father, nice guy, charity guy, all that. I just think there's a thing in him that it's just, you hear the stories about Jordan. You know how many
too nice of a guy.
You know how many stories I heard about Michael Jordan being an asshole?
Oh yeah, legendary asshole story.
But LeBron.
Shout out to Chameleonaire. That's one of the greatest Jordan stories ever.
Oh, dude, I've heard him from flight attendants.
Nori.
I've heard him. I was in a cigar lounge in Atlanta.
Okay, go.
And I had Jordan 4 white cements on, brand new, crispy out of the box. And the guy just looked at him. The guy ran. He goes, I liked it. He goes, I never wear those again. That fucking dude came in here, treated people like. I'm talking about countless stories.
Yeah.
Because he's just a stone cold, doesn't, and I think that goes into it. I think when you have that on the floor, LeBron just seems like he's gonna go and
he's the life of the party, man.
He's gonna be with his kids afterwards, and if he makes it, he makes it. He will kick it out to see if that guy, where Jordan, like you just said, Jordan and Kobe, not only will they want they want it even if it's a bad shot because they feel like it's their responsibility. They want the responsibility.
Here's the difference. LeBron has a dinner reservation that he made before the game for after the game, right? And the same people are going to eat at that dinner no matter what happens in the game.
There you go.
Jordan and Kobe did not make a reservation.
Right.
They're not thinking beyond the game at all. And if you fuck up in the game, you're definitely not invited to that dinner.
You're not coming to dinner.
Exactly.
I love that. I think that's what it is. LeBron's got movie plans later anyway.
We're going to do something. Guys, I got a great cab. We're going to share this cab and listen to YG and get it on Snapchat, right? And Kobe's just like, I didn't follow through on my pinky enough. I need to get my pinky followed. Just a fucking sociopath.
Remember the Kobe story in the Olympics?
Oh yeah, Sue Bird had a funny story. we were having lunch, and Sue Bird was there, the WNBA basketball player, and she was telling us this story about how Kobe's just like a completely awkward social person, and they were all there for the U.S. Olympic team. The men and women's team were hanging out.
Okay.
I forget exactly where it was, but And Kobe just didn't know how to hang out without competing. So like they'd be hanging out and he'd like have a glass of wine and he goes, all right, come on, let's drink. And he'd just start chugging and they'd be like, I'm up 2 on you guys. Let's go. Like it's like it's fucking Pinot Noir, bro. Like you don't chug Pinot Noir. And then so like they're like trying to keep up with Kobe, right? And then Kobe sees an image of Paul Pierce in a newspaper. Right? And Sue looks over and he's tearing Paul Pierce's face out of the newspaper. This is right after they lost to the Celtics in the finals. Wow. Tearing Paul, and then he looks over, chugs his Pinot Noir, then he goes, motivation, and puts the picture in his pocket and then just walks away. Wow. This is a fucking sociopath.
That's who I want. That's who I want of our franchise.
That's who's taking the last second shot, right?
He's not going to disappear in the playoffs. He wants it. And you know what? You got to be a lunatic to rip a picture. That's
LeBron is like, I know a great cheese pairing.
I was gonna say,
this is a great cheese pairing.
You stole my Pinot Noir. I was going to go, yeah, you're not going to see Kobe swirling a Pinot Noir through the hallway. It's true. It's true. But see, like sometimes, like
Kobe's so stupid, he named his fucking drink Body Armor. What the fuck does that have to do with quenching my thirst? Right? What the fuck? It's a beverage.
Yeah.
Does it protect my body? Dummy?
Yeah, that really should be a deodorant.
It's a deodorant. But he doesn't
Body
know.
Armor is a deodorant.
But in his head, he's like, what would make me invincible? Body Armor! Let's go! All he wants to do is be invincible. That's all he thinks about.
Holy shit. That's a crazy man, yo.
Dude, I can't wait. Can't wait for his clothing line. Fix your Achilles. Selling shirts called Fix Your Achilles. If my Achilles better, I can play in the game. I'll make a comeback at 50.
Oh my god.
Body Armor.
That's it. What the fuck is Body Armor? I'm drinking it. What is tasty about armor?
That is really the worst name of a wine.
Body Armor. Under Armour makes sense.
I mean, it's like, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Under Armour makes all the sense in the world.
Under the armor.
The armor of
but
whatever
here's the difference between him. Here's the difference between a LeBron and a James Harden. Even when LeBron did have a bad playoff game.
Okay.
LeBron showed up. He had the game plan. It's like a comic, like I said before, right? Knock on wood. You know, we could have a bad set even for a big one.
Sure.
Even for a big one, but we're prepared, right? Sometimes there are things we can't handle. We can't control.
Happens.
We're prepared. So we'll still get a 20 and 10 on the set, but we didn't do what we wanted in that moment. LeBron still got 22 and something like that.
He'll always affect the game.
What happened with Harden was he mentally just disappeared from the game where you're going, is this guy who's dropping 50? Yeah. Where is that? Like, this man should be all over the court right now, and you just see it. That, to me, is a very scary thing.
But that's why people never really, like, believe in Harden that much, because if he's not scoring, he can't do much else.
And he doesn't really...
He can assist. He can get a lot of passes. He can do all that shit. But he gets all that from people being scared
drawn
of him
to
scoring
him.
again.
Yes.
But if he knows he's not hitting today, he's done.
The Michael Jordan...
It's a good point.
The Michael Jordan, LeBron James conversation, or the Michael Jordan conversation with anybody, it's actually... I can't have the conversation. That's how lunatic... It's
Why?
lunacy.
I don't think it's lunacy.
Hold on. Why? Go.
Here's why it's
Let's have
lunacy.
it.
Here's why it's lunacy. I actually think it's almost comical to discuss it. It's almost like talking to children. And here's why. Here's why.
Talk that talk.
Michael Jordan is not talked about. You can argue that Michael Jordan.
Yo, from Eli Manning to Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Same type of energy you need.
Yeah.
I see it
If you were
coming.
making this argument about Larry Bird, I'd be like, you're a cop. You're really a fucking cop. Okay?
You're a racist
You are a fucking cop. Okay? You have a bulletproof
The
vest
fucking
under
guard.
that goddamn jacket. I know. All right, go.
It was
Michael
funny,
Jordan.
I was taking this jacket out of the closet. I'm like, should I wear this shit? It's comfortable. Fuck them.
100%. Bulletproof vest. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Right? Like, you unzip that shit. There's no way you don't have a bulletproof vest on. Go.
He looks kind of like I was just binge watching Breaking Bad this weekend. He kind of looks like Hank from Breaking Bad.
Young Hank. But you have the vibe. It's
gets
just
the same
raw
vibe,
New York.
yeah.
The raw New York.
Yeah.
Raw.
I can't help it.
Uncut.
I just can't help it.
That's it.
I can't
It's
help
like, yes. It's like, yeah. Go on.
Yeah, Hank, there you go.
Oh, I'm better looking than that motherfucker.
But this is future.
But
You know
it's,
what I mean?
yeah, you know.
Come on, bro.
It's a nice jacket he's got on. No, I like the zipper on the side. I like that.
It's a fucking brown jacket. It's nothing special at all about the jacket. He wants a cop jacket. He wants to dress like a fucking cop every day.
Got a gun in there.
You see some blue khakis with a nice pleat in the front. You're like, oh, that was a good pleat.
You can argue.
Yeah.
You can argue that Michael Jordan is top 3 defenders of all time. He was 10-time All-NBA defense. He locks. I mean, you can't compare. You cannot compare LeBron James's defense to Michael Jordan's ever in their career. It's just not. You just can't do it.
Okay. And that's half the game.
And that's half the game. So right there, I give the edge. But then we start talking about the tenacity. Who wants it? What he's done in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, if he doesn't play baseball, he doesn't play baseball. Does he get 8? I think he does.
Here's a quick question.
I don't know if he gets 8.
Quick question, Virzi. How much money
those Rockets
have you lost gambling on LeBron?
I've won with LeBron.
So this is an objective argument.
I've won betting on LeBron James. I've won.
This is an objective argument.
I'm not a big gambler on NBA. When I gamble, I like to gamble NFL playoffs.
Let me tell you something I know about you.
Yeah.
You gamble. Just talking to you for 3 minutes. Yeah. I know you gamble.
I like a little action.
I know you
I like a little, like I don't go nuts, but I need.
That's how I know you go nuts. Because you've already said 3 times.
He's already got his alibi set.
I know he's ready to go because if his wife listens to it, she's gonna be like,
you told me you had 150 on that game.
Listen, smoke show. Your boy's gotta do what your boy's gotta do. But when you said earlier, it's like I like to put money down if I know a team's gonna win. Like that art, like who puts money down if they don't think their team's gonna win? Like that's the art of gambling. But you just described gambling in a way that made it seem like
money. I like money, so I figure if I can make money, I'm gonna put the money on the fucking game.
That's how I know how much you gamble. When you said put some money on a team, you rolled dice for some reason. You're mixing the different things that you gamble. That's how I know it. It's in your fucking blood, Virzi. Listen, if I know a team's gonna win,
one has nothing to do with the other.
Once you put the money down, you're like, look, I'm already gambling. The crap table's right there. It was a hot roll. The kid was going. He was a Chinese. You know they fucking go, bro. They fucking go.
Oh my gosh.
You know Chris Scopo?
Yeah.
Chris Scopo. Dude, this guy's so funny. It's like. I love gambling and I just love stakes because anytime you raise stakes, you find out how people really feel, right? Like we're not gambling, you're not trying to win, it doesn't really matter. But like when you have money on the line and things matter, you find out the real feelings about the world. And we were at Mohegan Sun and we're about to go play a little blackjack and we're walking up to this table and Chris goes, no, we can't do that. I go, what's up? He goes, Chinese guy he's dealing. I go, what do you mean? He goes, I don't trust him. I go, what are you talking about? It's bad luck. You can't win with the Chinese guys. You just can't win. I go, they're not playing against you. It doesn't matter. I'm not doing it.
And you know what's a good one? Here's a saying that I always use, and people laugh at it, but I go, gun to your head. Okay. Right? Yeah. Gun to your head. Yeah,
yeah.
People, Paul, why do you always have to ask somebody?
Because that's how you find out.
That's a gambling thing.
But that's also that's a sports thing where it's like, listen, gun to your head. Yeah. Who do you want with the ball? LeBron James or Michael Jordan? And why is it gun? Here's a great one. We're at the stand. Yeah. We're at the stand. We're in the back, and I'm going. I'm going Warriors. I'm going Warriors. Going to win the title. Yeah, yeah. And someone goes, don't count out the Spurs. This is when the Spurs still is like 2 years ago. Yeah. No, don't count out the Spurs. I go, the Spurs are going to not win a 7-game series against the thing. And I'm going gun to your head. And so Judah Friedlander walks in. Judah likes basketball. He goes, hey, what's going on? What are you guys talking basketball? I go, yeah. I go, Judah, we're having an argument here. Help us, okay? Gun to your head. Who wins a 7-game series, the Warriors or the Spurs? And Judah goes, whoa, why is a gun involved? Why is a gun involved? He goes, why is a gun involved? Because that's what's going to make you.
That's how you need to make it. Yeah, it's real. Gun to your head is just swear to God. Or gun to your head is like your life is on the line. Whatever one of those things.
Gun to your head means that's really.
Your first child.
You know, it's funny. I did it to my wife at a restaurant because she couldn't pick a dessert.
Yeah, what'd you say?
She couldn't pick a dessert. She goes, should I get the tiramisu or the hot cookie with the brownie? And I go, I don't know. And the waitress come. I go, what do you want? And I go, Stacey, gun to your head. Which one would you take? The tiramisu. I go, there you go. Gun to your head gets it done.
That.
People need steaks, bro.
No, you need steaks.
You need steaks to operate in this world, man.
Like I always,
what the fuck are we playing around for?
I always picture like that intense situation for the most like trivial things. It's like somebody like tied up and fucking sweating in some boiler room and there's a gun to his head and the fucking gunman goes,
pancakes or French toast. Gun to your head. Gun to your fucking head, kid.
You know, that'd be a funny sketch if in reality there was really a gun. There was All right, since you put it that way, I'll go.
You're right. You're right. Okay? Small stack. Don't go big stack. Big stack is too much bread, not enough syrup.
Silver dollars for the children.
All right, we're going to take a break right now to shout out a sponsor of the show, a friend of the show, a brand that we fucking love over here. Something that's going to keep you up all night. You know it's Blue Chew, okay? We're not playing any games out here. We're bringing the chew no matter where we go. The chew for me is like the toothbrush. If we going on the road, you know what I mean? I'm taking the chew with me, okay? It's almost more important than condoms, you know?
You had me up until there,
I'm trying to think if I'd rather have chewed and cut. Now, I'm not saying go raw. I'm not saying that. But you can get head. You know what I mean? If you bust quick, then all of a sudden you're like, all right, I got to explain
You on
this
that
situation.
ledge all by yourself, brother.
You know what I mean? Hey, listen, I'm the only one rawing. I'm the only one rawing. Baskin Robbins. I'm the only one rawing. Okay? All I'm saying is this, man. The chew is the truth. If you're a new listener to the Flagrant 2 podcast, Blue Chew is a pill to have your dick rocking all night. You chew it up and you are good to go. The same active ingredient that's in Viagra, Cialis, all those things is in Blue Chew. I mean, we have testimonies for days that we've recorded and played on this show. A lot of times from women. That's what happens when I'm doing a live show, man. I got people coming up to me and they'll be like, man, I tried to chew. It's the truth, man. She cleaned my house next day, right? And then the girl will be next to them after the show and she'll be like, whatever, shut up. But you know it was the truth.
You're stupid.
So BlueChew.com, you could go get that prescription right now. You don't got to go to the doctor, nothing. Everything gets taken care of right there. BlueChew.com, you use the offer code FLAGRANT, okay? You get it for free. That's really how it's going on. When you think about it, that's really how it's going on. BlueChew.com. Simple as that, guys. You get your first shipment free when you use that promo code FLAGRANT. All you got to do is pay $5 shipping. That's nothing, okay? That's nothing for this fun time. Give your wife the night of her life, okay? Make that shit happen and then tell us how it worked out. Again, that's BlueChew.com BlueChew.com and use the offer code FLAGRANT, okay? The better, cheaper, faster choice. Let's get back to the show.
And by the way, did Michael Jordan have more? Who did Michael Jordan compete against? I mean, Michael Jordan single-handedly stopped Karl Malone, John Stockton from getting a ring, Patrick Ewing from getting a ring. I don't know if LeBron's
But LeBron made a lot of those guys have to team up to stop him, though. What's the argument there?
He also had to team up.
Yeah,
team up in Miami.
He went at it alone.
And
You
by the
can't
way,
say
Ray
he can't
Allen.
get to he took one of the worst teams in history to the NBA Finals.
He did.
And run up against the Super
No,
Team.
I definitely give him. Listen, I'm not trying to. LeBron James. I'll say this: LeBron James is an all-time. LeBron James is an all-time great. But
That's
that
what
Ray
people
Allen,
lose in the conversation.
Yeah.
And I want to get to Ray, but that's what people lose in this conversation. We're not saying that LeBron is either the best ever or dog shit, right? We're splitting hairs at the top.
Yeah.
We are splitting hairs,
guys.
But the reason why we are, Andrew, the reason why we're splitting hairs is because people put him against MJ, and that's a tough thing to do.
That's what you have to do. But we're old. That's another thing. These kids that often make that argument didn't see it.
That's true.
And even we didn't see it. How old are you?
I just turned 40.
Okay, so you saw
How old are you,
little
35?
35. So you saw more MJ than me, but
I was still young too.
we were
I only
kids
caught,
with
like, the
MJ.
second three-peat.
How old are you?
Exactly.
Like,
The first one we didn't
32.
know.
So
Okay, so yeah.
We didn't know the game that well. Like I wasn't seeing defense and seeing a lockdown defender. That part of the game wasn't even
It was
part of my knowledge base at the time. I was like, who's getting the ball in the basket more? What's a triangle offense? I had no fucking clue what a triangle offense was. So maybe if we went back now and saw the way he affected his game, and maybe I would be that much more supportive of the MJ over LeBron argument.
But a lot of people, you know what I'm saying?
I'm seeing LeBron with the most knowledge that I have of basketball.
Michael Jordan does benefit from us being older and the rose-colored glasses effects as well.
Right.
Like, I don't think MJ, the shit that we talk about LeBron now, for the littlest shit that ends up not even mattering at all in the long term, we'd have to talk with MJ in that same lens, and he didn't have to deal with that.
Right.
He might have gotten a newspaper article.
Right.
That was bad.
That's true.
Or
That's actually a fair
one
point.
fucking TV. We
That's
got
a fair point.
round the clock sports coverage on this dude.
Fair, but how
On
much bad shit do you
everything.
hear about the Patriots? I think once you win, it's
A
like
lot.
Like what?
Your owner was out there getting fucking prostitutes.
I don't believe that.
Aaron Hernandez killed a couple guys. You were deflating balls. Fucking
Spygate, Deflategate, stuff like
It's quite a bit of
the
stuff.
Patriots get caught doing a lot of fucking
It's
shit.
quite a bit of stuff.
I ain't hearing nothing. That ain't nothing, bro. That ain't nothing.
And you're like, I don't know.
The Patriots cheat a lot.
No,
bro.
I mean, like, about Brady specifically. It's just Deflategate. That's the only shit you got on him.
He open mouth kisses his son.
That's not open mouth. That's regular.
All right, but like here's the
Whoa.
thing: if MJ had to come
Son.
up, with how
Nah.
many candid
Come
videos?
back for it, like
Yo,
How many
that-
candid
You
videos?
see how all these motherfuckers out here. You know what I've noticed about the Tom Brady shit? The Tom Brady kissing his son shit. It's mad motherfuckers without daddies upset at this shit. Yo. It's a lot of motherfuckers with no daddies.
Yo, that's funny,
Yo, it's like, how could you do that? Well, that's what happened when you got daddy, bro. The daddy be kissing you on the mouth every once in a while. It gets a little uncomfortable as you get old, and then you start hitting them with the cheek.
It's funny if they start talking about how disgusted they are with it,
Yeah.
but then they break out into
They're
a
like,
cry. And they're like,
"What?"
fuck, man.
I mean, it would be
I was dying for my
if
dad to
someone
kiss me on my
loved-
fucking mouth. Shit, our friends kiss my daddy. What the fuck? If I had a daddy, I'd let him do that. I don't have a daddy.
100%. Son, I remember the transition in my life when I had to start cheeking my dad, bro. My dad would still go in for that shit, and I just hit him with that shit right there, bro. I had to just hit him with that shit. He had to learn the hard way. I had
How
to
old?
curve him.
How
I had to
old?
curve him.
How old?
Say what?
How old?
23. I was giving him lips up
That's
until
bad
23,
old, by
fam.
the way.
So he got nice lips, you know what I mean?
That's fucking hilarious.
Not the best breath, but he got some decent lips. So sometimes my mom still goes in for lips.
my God, dude,
Sometimes my
that's
mom goes in for
Yeah,
lips,
nah,
bro.
I can't go
Do you understand
Yo, you
how
serious?
fucking great that premise?
so
Do you
funny.
understand
Yo,
that?
white
That
people
could have
so
been
funny.
that could have been a Chappelle show sketch.
Oh, it'd been a great
Where,
sketch.
Right? How
Yeah.
great of a sketch would that be if like
Yeah.
as people are judging Tom Brady for doing that, and then they just bust out they wish
Yeah.
they did, and
That's
then
the
he would
thing.
take it to a scenario where he let
Yo.
somebody without a dad kiss.
Don't be saying shit if you don't got a dad, bro. Like, you're not
my
allowed
God.
in this conversation about kissing your dad on the mouth, okay?
That's so fucked up. Hilarious.
I'll tell
it's
you what, though.
true.
You know what would have
You
happened?
kiss your kid on the mouth? How old's your kid?
No, I don't.
How
I
old's
don't
your
kiss,
kid?
I don't kiss my kids on the mouth. My son is 9. My daughter's 6.
Okay,
I'm
never-
I'm
You're
affectionate.
an Italian and Greek dad
Yeah.
that doesn't kiss on the mouth.
Not in the mouth.
What about when they were young?
No, never.
You've never at all?
Never kiss my kids on the mouth. It's just something. Honestly, it is something that feels. It doesn't. It's something that would feel to me very weird and awkward to do.
But you've seen it and not felt weird about it, especially within your culture.
I've seen somebody. I remember one time Miguel Cotto, the boxer, was walking through the tunnel to the fight with his son, and he just kissed his son on the mouth.
All the
And I
time.
remember just being like, it didn't make me feel, but I was just like, you know what? Listen, I pick my son up, I kiss him, we wrestle, I'll throw him around, but I'll kiss him on the head, I kiss him on the cheek, but never the lips. It was just something that just felt
Right.
like didn't feel right. For some reason.
But I think to like certain cultures, like that thing isn't sexual at all.
No, and I get that. I'm not
Right.
saying it like it's a perverted thing.
Right.
It's just nothing that, and I also never grew up with that.
Right.
So from when I was a little kid, my mom and dad would just, either kiss me on the head, kiss me on the cheek
Yeah.
at night, and that's it. There was nothing like
Me,
that.
my brother, and my mom, my dad would all kiss at the same time. So we would just do like a 4-way.
triangle.
It would be it'd be like hungry hippos, when the
That is
mouths all come out.
That is just all love.
It's
Like
just
that is
love,
a family
bro.
of all love.
It's a
Like,
family unit, bro.
Yeah, that
hungry
is-
Schultzes. That's what we were.
Yo, I was dating this girl, and her mother's from Europe.
Yeah.
And they still kiss on the lips there. So her first time meeting me, she went for the kiss on the lip.
Your mother did.
Held her
Yeah,
close.
like I
Stick
wasn't
it on you?
expecting
Hold her
it.
close, huh?
I wasn't expecting, so she caught me off guard, and she
Nah, hold her
she
close.
caught. That was the weirdest.
Hold
That
her
was
close,
the weirdest thing.
Hold her
son.
close, grab
funny
her
if
butt
you just
cheeks,
grabbed the
open
back
that
of her head and
shit.
started telling her, like, shit, I didn't know you
Yeah,
guys
girl,
did
what's
this
up?
shit.
What's up, girl? I like this Europe shit. Where the healthcare at? That's what I'm talking about. I fucks with Europe.
Yo, that was the weirdest thing, yo.
Yo, you can really kiss anybody. Like, that's what the beautiful thing about Borat was. Like, when you're a foreigner, you just do anything and people forgive you. Do you know what I mean? Like, Borat just came
That
to
was
America.
the genius of it.
That was the genius.
Because he was so vulnerable and seemed innocent.
Exactly. He's like,
And he
oh,
was
that's
doing-
his culture.
Yeah. Yeah. And he was, I like you. That was all part of it.
Yeah.
Him saying, I like you. Do you like, they were just like, oh God, we got to treat him.
We're gonna
He
let him
doesn't
get away
know.
with it.
He's
Yes.
uneducated with the thing.
That's
and that
it.
let him push. That was great. That's
That's
one
why
of
you
those-
can't say like even like our most redneck motherfuckers aren't accepting of other cultures because he would have to go so hard with the gay shit to get a reaction.
Yeah.
Like he was like, I would like to kiss you. I would like to make babies with you. And they'd be like, we don't really do that here. And he'd keep on. He would Me Too him.
Yeah.
He'd had to fucking Me Too these guys for them to be like, I'm going to beat your ass. And then he was like, look how racist they are. It's like, no, you're trying to rape men with this pseudo like European. He's the fucking dick when you think about it. This guy's a fucking dick. People are like, how genius it is. Yeah, like you're just like gay Weinstein, where you're just groping fucking dudes and then acting surprised that they react that way.
I heard he got knocked out in New York City during the filming of the movie.
Good.
I heard he like, because and you're not going to see that shit on the DVD, but I heard he did. I heard he took it too far and somebody caught him.
Good.
Now, listen, you can't do that and push the limits the way he pushed it.
Yeah, everybody's got their boundaries.
He did that Bruno movie where he went to an orgy. Everybody was having sex, and he was telling the guy was having sex with his girlfriend, and he was going, "Look me in the eyes, look me in the eyes."
Yeah, I saw that shit. That shit made me feel uncomfortable, bro. That was too far, and I kissed my parents.
Wait, was that Bruno or Borat?
I think that was the same movie. Yeah. Which one was it?
Same movie.
That was hilarious. I think that was Borat. Was it? Oh no, it was Borat. It was like, yeah, that's right. It was like an outtake Borat or something. He goes, "Look me in the eyes." The guy goes, "Why would I do that, man?" Because I'm fucking my girl. Why would I look you in the eyes?
All right, I want to talk about a couple things while we have you, Virzi. We're going to eventually get into a conversation where you can convince us why baseball is a worthy sport. But before we go into that, I got to shout out. And this is shocking, but I have to shout out the Los Angeles comedy scene.
Okay.
It is incredible. It is absolutely incredible. The reason I say it's shocking is because when we were coming up in comedy, the idea with the LA scene was it was always kind of soft and a little bit corny. And we thought that was a product of Los Angeles. And the conventional wisdom with comics was always like, how can you be funny out there? I mean, it's beautiful every single day. Like, where's funny? Where's the pain? Et cetera, this, that.
Right.
So that's what we thought was the reason, right? And I was just out there, and I did a bunch of podcasts, The Fighter and the Kid with Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen. Check that out. I did one with Andrew Santino called Whiskey Ginger. He's got a really funny podcast, but then the audio got lost, but we'll get that back again. But another really funny comic. I did the Minimalist podcast, not comics, but another really funny thing. You guys should go check out. And then Theo Vaughn's podcast, and really funny dude. And what I realized there is the comedy scene out there, a bunch of comics got empowered, right? They got their own podcasts, and they started making their own money, and they didn't have to rely as much on the industry, okay? And when you don't have to rely on the industry, you don't cater your comedy for the industry.
Right.
You cater your comedy for yourself because you're making enough money, right? It's like if you're a restaurant and you're doing fine, you don't change the menu, right? This is what you want to cook and people eat it, so you do it. And what happened is before that, the industry ran comedy. So comedy was corny, right? The second the industry stopped running and the comics started running it, it was comics trying to impress each other, which is really the best because we probably have the highest level of acceptance for a bit or any kind of comedy.
Right.
You know, we've seen everything before. But if you're working to impress me and I'm working to impress you, etc., instead of Fox for a sitcom, the level's going to go up. And right now it has, I would say, a more authentic comedy scene than New York. It is unfucking real, man.
I definitely.
And it's propped up by Rogan. It's propped up by all these guys. The comics propped up the scene, not the scene propping up the comics. Right now, New York, say what you want to say, but New York is propped up by The Cellar. The Cellar is propping everybody up, and it's got amazing sold-out shows every single night. It's the best club in the fucking world. But if I asked you or any random person, if I was like, hey, who's a typical New York comic to you? It's all the generation above us, Paul.
Right.
No, everybody's gonna make Quinn, Patrice, Keith Robinson, Robert Kelly, right? It's not our generation. We haven't taken over yet.
Right.
We are still resting on the laurels of the OGs before us.
Right.
And we'll get into later conversation about how I want to change that and what I think that we can do to really kind of take over and reestablish ourselves.
Yeah.
And but what I saw in LA is if we go, who's an LA comic? You're gonna hear people, Chris D'Elia, Brian Callen. You're gonna hear the next generation. They're not gonna still say the guys that were out there in the 80s and 90s that were rocking. It's going to be these next guys, and it's what we need to do here, and it's what I've been trying to put out in the world really just for all these comics, for all of us to kind of do, is the way my digital approach, not only this podcast, but just putting the material out, putting it on Twitter, Instagram, even the way I'm doing my special now. Shouts to everybody who watched the clip and shared the latest clip, man. It's up on YouTube right now. The first 2 chapters are used from the Cisco. Check them. But the way I'm doing this allows you to empower yourself as a comic. And you might not be making money on Instagram or Twitter or even YouTube, but you are making money on the road because people will see your stuff.
Sure.
And you start to sell shit out. And once comics realize this, and again, everything I'm doing is for all of us. Anything I do in terms of how I deliver the content, it's for you to copy and improve upon. And if you find a better way to do it, tell me.
Sure.
But once we empower ourselves, we're put in a position where we want to help each other.
Right.
And that's what these LA guys are doing.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. So to answer your question, I think New York has some of the most stone cold assassins in the game. But I also think that those guys in LA are fucking great. But and the LA scene is great out there because you got a lot of people who moved and went out there, and you have people.
You got a lot of great guys from here that moved out there.
But you just touched on what it is, and what it is everybody's kind of they're falling under the umbrella of each other.
Yes.
It's each other. So like Rogan, let's say like Burr is my mentor. The way I'm trying to think of maybe the way Rogan put on Ari.
100%.
Burr put me on, right?
Yes.
But if we were all here,
right?
Is
No.
No,
Go on.
is it?
Go on.
So if we were all here and somebody said, "Hey man, come on my show," and together, right? We just like the way we're doing this, but then you came and then we do shows together. That's what these guys are doing.
But they're able to do it because I was thinking about what creates this environment. What creates a supportive environment? And what creates it is success. Once you have success, you can't wait to help other people. It's like once I started selling tickets, my feeling was, who is really talented around me that I can use this platform I have to help, right? Who can I lift up?
Right.
Who can I give something to? You know what I mean? Like there's multiple things I feel like you have to do to make a scene. I feel like you have to establish what the scene stands for,
right?
And the way that you, this how would I say it? This is the best metaphor I can put together. Is like the industry is a sailboat, right? And so it goes whichever way the wind is going. Yeah. So no matter what way the wind is going, that's where the sailboat's got to go. Okay.
Yeah.
And the industry often works like that. It's like whatever's hot, they jump on it. Right. So if a show about hip hop comes out, they're like, okay, let's do a show about hip hop for FX. And then VH1 wants to do them. And Netflix wants to do them. It's just hopping on. If you want to change an industry, you got to be the wind. Right. So it's like, we can be the wind. We can put out the content that moves things. I heard this great story about, and I told him a couple podcasts, but about how Nescafe got into Japan, the Japanese market.
Okay.
They asked this consultant, and he's like a consultant to like the biggest, most wealthy brands in the whole world. How do we get into Japan? The guy goes, you're not going to be able to get in 15 years. He goes, why not? He goes, well, because they have no fucking clue what coffee is in Japan. You're trying to be tea, you're not tea. Okay? So they have no idea, they have no memory attached to it. It means nothing to them.
Right.
So what you got to do is you got to make a cartoon. They're like, what? Yeah, you got to spend millions of dollars making a cartoon. And then you're going to make a candy based on that cartoon. And that candy is going to be flavored as
Nescafe.
Coffee.
Okay.
Now, 15 years later when those kids grow up,
okay. They need something tied to memory.
Ed, and Google the biggest Starbucks in the world and tell me where it is.
Wow.
Literally a couple of days ago, they just opened a 32,000 square foot Starbucks. The Japanese, So the Japanese devour coffee in a way that's unlike any other people in the world. And it's because you went underneath them, right? A motorboat works different than the sailboat because the motor is underneath the water, right? So what we have to do, like even what I had to do to like get comics to realize how to like put shit out, I've been telling people to do this for years, but I started to realize like, people don't do what you tell them. They do what works, right? So I had to show them it works first.
Right. That's brilliant.
And then it's like you don't even need to tell them.
Yeah.
Once I show that it works and I put it out there, they'll be like, oh, okay, I should do that.
Yeah.
So in order for me to move the industry, I had to prove, hey, this type of thing works and this is what we're going to do. Even for the different shows we do, even for like inside jokes, the point of inside jokes is, I love talking to comics about, jokes that are fucked up and how to make them work, but what I'm trying to do is create a place where people understand what jokes are, so they're not upset when they see a joke.
Shit, I should have saved my rape joke for that.
No, listen, we got to have you on with it because that's a perfect one. And then let's just have you on and we'll like bust balls and like figure out some things.
So what you're doing is you're creating an environment where all of the things that are maybe frowned upon or people are scared of, where you're making it the norm for what you do. But when people see that, then it's planting the root, the seed. It's the candy.
It's the candy.
It's the candy.
Exactly. So we make the candy, we plant the seed, and then it grows up into the culture. We become the wind. Right?
Yeah.
If we're the wind, they have to move along with us, right? Because at the end of the day, they're commodity. They're just a business like any other business, right? They're just trying to make money. Yeah. So if we prove the money is made here, like, I got to mention the Flagrant Media Group on this podcast. Remind me before we stop to do that. But yeah, the dude that made the commercial, shout out to you, man. That was great. But like, what we're doing is we're starting this media company where we can sell advertising on all the different shows that we have here on the platform. Right. And the goal is to prove that there are brands that fuck with this, and those brands that do fuck with it get rewarded tenfold because the people that fuck with our content love it that much more.
Yeah.
And once Nike or Ford starts realizing, oh shit, I got 10 times my investment going over here.
You know what's going to happen? In 20 years, you're going to see an ad that says, Nike, go fuck yourself.
Yo!
And it's going to be like...
100%.
I swear to God.
They don't care.
They're not going to care.
Listen, Game of Thrones is going to come on syndication.
Yeah.
Right? Very soon. And every company is going to advertise on it. And the whole show is just about rape. Rape your sister, rape a whore, rape somebody. The whole show is just rape. But they'll buy it on because they know we're going to watch it.
Right.
But so what we'll do right now is set the seeds for even this special that I'm putting out right now. The special is so that you can tell that rape joke.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The special.
Yeah.
Because what I'll do is I'll make this okay. They'll see the success of it. Fingers crossed. So I'll make doing these types of jokes okay. And then the rest of us can do them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's, for me, the only way is moving it underneath. It's the same thing I was saying to you earlier about like Kaz wrote this great article for Complex. You guys, if you haven't read it, you got to read it. And it's just a brilliant article. It really went viral.
Yeah. It was an open letter to Adam Silver to why he needs to rig the draft lottery so Zion goes to the Knicks. Right?
Like why it would help everybody. Freeze the envelope.
It wouldn't just help New York. It would help the league in general become the world game and overtake NFL as America's game.
Right. And Kaz writes this article, and what we were talking about before the podcast started, this is what Virzi was mentioning at the beginning, was this idea is like, you got to do that every week because you have power with the pen, and there's something about the written word that's so powerful to people that it's just truth. Yeah, right? Like how often does somebody just go, I read an article and that's enough.
Yeah.
Like if I said the world is flat, right? You'd be like, go fuck yourself. But I'd be like, no, I was reading this article.
The world's flat.
And it's like, all right, maybe it's flat. Yeah. Article seems like something.
Yeah. It's like, even if I think it's bullshit, I'm like, let me see that article.
So it's like, so for me, like when I see you and I see that as a strength of yours, I'm like, lean into that, Cass.
Yeah.
We need you to have the best. We need you to have the best column, best weekly column in sports, right? Because that's going to lift Flagrant 2. It's going to lift the other podcasts or the other like things that we want to do with you
all
here.
The other projects,
everything, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's my thing, and I hope that the next goal after we release the special and we start to do stuff is really congeal the New York scene.
We need
to pull it together.
I was talking to Bobby Kelly about that, and he brings people on, but they kind of united. All of them that do it, and that's really not the case here. We're cool. Like me and you just started, hanging out at the cellar, and hey, what's going on? Drink a wine, talk shit about sports, and it's like, hey, that's a guy that A, I respect what he's doing. I understand what he's doing. B, I think he's super funny. Why wouldn't that guy do my podcast? I do his podcast.
All I want to do is help.
And that's what it is. And I think when you come together like that with people, I think it will. And like we were talking about with the PC stuff coming back, I think it's all going to come back. West Coast shit's got shit going on right now. There's a lot of funny people here. I love those guys. Everybody could eat.
You want to know something that's interesting? Is the ecosystem balances itself. Okay? So LA had this like super corny comedy scene before.
Yeah.
Right? Where Chris DiStefano, shouts to Chris, had a funny line. He was like, they were just talking about unicycles. But that's such a Chris line, right? Yeah. So, and it was true, right? And then, so they went to the extreme of that, right? And then out of nowhere, this show popped up in LA called Roast Battle.
Yeah.
Now, what was Roast Battle the extreme of? The other way, right? It's like this, the unicycle comedy was the corny soft shit. Roast Battle, every joke was fucking homophobic, racist. You were molested, and it's because the environment needed it. It needed it, right? And if you, like you were saying earlier about the pendulum swings and it needs to adjust, the ecosystem needs to adjust.
Yeah.
It's just how the fucking universe works, right? I'm not talking about a spiritual way. I'm talking about just like natural environment.
Absolutely.
So you even see it, like this might be out there, but you even see it now with like the Kardashians, right? And this whole shit with Jordan Woods. I don't know if you've been following this, but like Tristan Thompson cheated on Khloe with this girl Jordan Woods, which happened to be Kylie's best friend and roommate, Kylie Jenner. So like there's a little drama there, and the Kardashian family was trying to like destroy this girl Jordan Woods, right? Not saying she did anything good, but whatever. And the Smith family, right? Will Smith's family.
Well, those are her aunts and uncles.
That's her aunt and uncle, right? Yeah. Especially in Black Hollywood.
Who's?
Jordan Woods.
Jordan Woods' aunts and like
Will and Jada's niece,
or godparent or something like that.
Something like
but
that.
I think
so. The Smith family is obviously has Jordan Woods back.
Yeah, they have her back, and they use their power. There's a show called The Red Table Talk or something. So they use their power to kind of shift the narrative on Jordan Woods before the Kardashians can destroy her. Now, that's the surface way of looking at this. The way I look at this is the Smith family is trying to take the throne of America's reality TV family from the Kardashians, right? Power needs to be taken. It's not something given. It needs to be taken with force.
They're the opposite pendulum of the Kardashians.
Now you're talking.
Like how the Kardashians are like, wow, this is trash TV, and what are these people famous for? The absolute other pendulum to that is
people are fucking stars.
These are stars. They're actual talented people. They're
good
positive.
people. They're positive. They have each other's
Jaden's
backs.
giving away water in Flint. You know what I'm saying? Like they're all actors and
So look at the ecosystem, right? You have, I look at almost like the Matrix, right? So you have Kardashians or Agent Smith. It's fucking growing in power in multiple numbers, and it feasts on people, right? They feast on your insecurities. Like, hey, here's this makeup, you could look better. They get all this fake plastic shit. They're plastic. Nothing is real about them, right? They're propping up, ideology and like popping up narratives that are kind of fucked up and gross in a lot of ways. They're just pimping the people, essentially, right? And then out of nowhere, Will Smith and the family, they dive into social media, and Smith is just raw positivity. Literally every day, it's how can I be a better dad? How can you be a better son? How can we connect with our families better? How can we spend time together? What can we do that's like beautiful? The Red Table Talks are 3 generations of women really working things out and kind of talking to each other and understanding that people are different. Maybe we could talk. It's raw positivity, right? And so they operate as Neo in the Matrix metaphor. And the weirdest thing about all this is like, who was the role of Neo first offered to?
Wow, you took that shit full circle.
Isn't that fucking crazy? Isn't that fucking crazy?
Did you think of that like high one day? Like
I forget. Now I'm thinking we were flying back from LA or something like that, and I was processing like what was going on. I looked at it as this power. I looked at them going for power or them taking the throne, but the throne needing to be taken because it had been abused by the Kardashians.
We got
family.
Kardashian fatigue.
We're
even like sick of Kanye. That's how much we have Kardashian fatigue.
Facts.
It's like, bro, we don't
so
give a fuck, dude.
It's just an interesting dynamic, and it's like what we got to do in New York, like with comedy. The way that they've congealed in LA, my goal is that enough comics in New York start paying attention and start seeing how they can empower themselves.
Right.
How can I help you?
Right.
I always say to comics, I'm a resource for you. If you have a question about content, ask me. I'm here to do that for you.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can get from you. I have everything I need.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't care about having. The only reason I care about making like lots of money is that it just makes people listen more.
Right.
Like my lifestyle's not going to change from making $500,000 a year to $2 million.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to be different.
Yeah.
But if I make that $2 million, all of a sudden everything I say is more genius.
Right.
So then you'll help yourself more.
Right. Yeah, because that's how people look at money.
You're not a genius unless you're rich or dead.
Yeah. There's somebody sleeping on the street right now. on Wall Street that's probably more brilliant than everybody in this room, but nobody,
And why would we?
right.
Just fucking sleep on the street.
Yeah.
The fuck are you telling me anything?
Yeah.
Clearly, all your decisions have led you here.
I got a shirt on, motherfucker.
We were in fucking Europe, and there was some homeless guy giving me like the keys to life, and we're just looking at him like, get keys to a fucking house.
Yeah.
There's no reason I'm listening to you.
To a hotel room.
Yeah, the fuck are you doing? So
You're right, though. That's interesting, man.
we can do that, and it will slowly start to happen, and you'll see more and more comics. They'll start to realize, hey, I don't need to compete with these guys. No competition on the internet. It's not. It's
because everybody can eat it on the internet.
Right.
Back then, everybody had to go and compete for that one TV show, that one stand-up.
There was
special,
only
that
one time slot from 9 to 10.
Yeah.
If you're on Comedy Central, there's one time slot.
Yeah.
One time slot from 10 to 11. So we got to compete. You can drop something on Instagram the same time as me.
Yep.
I can watch your shit, and then right after, watch mine.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. And their podcasts, like that's a big thing. I was talking to Giannis. He goes, the podcasts out in LA and the way they kind of all are together, or like there'll be guests on each other's and stuff. It's part of it, man.
That's what I want to do with you guys. Like that's what we've been doing with Hyenas. Anybody that I've been bringing in to the various different shows. The goal
Hyenas,
Horrible
is that on
Decisions.
on-
but like but they have their own podcast. But like even with Horrible, like anybody that we bring on here, I want to uplift.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like they have something.
Yeah.
Of course.
You know, and
You wouldn't have them on the show if you didn't think so. Anyway.
and that's another thing. If you want to get on the show, have something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have something that, because you could come to the show and then you could have this amazing interview and then you have nothing to drive them to.
Yeah.
And like right now, if they fucking love you, they're already Googling your special.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, oh, fuck, man.
Yeah.
You came on the show and then gave me something to enjoy.
Yeah.
The whole model that we have at Flavor 2 is give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? We're giving content. We're giving joy. We're giving opportunity. Like when I fly into a city, hey, what asshole army member wants to scoop us from the airport?
Yeah.
I could order Uber.
Yeah.
Or if one of you guys are already
pick you
Ubering, I'll just hit you off with cash.
Yeah, I wouldn't do all that shit, but you would.
Bro, you got to, man. You got to.
Like working together, like, we did that uninterrupted. We had like all-star shit. And, somebody wanted to come film some shit.
Andrew
I was
texted
like, all right, fuck it, come through.
Andrew's like, yo, come to
I was
my
like, come
hotel
pick me
room.
up at the
Come to my hotel room, bro. We'll talk.
Kaz, I was just like you,
Yeah.
but now that I've been traveling with Andrew more and more, like all the fans, some of them are a little weird, but at the end of the day, they're all cool.
I mean, I'm not saying they're not cool.
and then, like-
I mean, don't say all that.
No,
Like,
I mean
know-
like they're super helpful.
I
And
know
they're
what
just
you said.
happy that they can give back because of what
Fans is all we
give
got.
them. Yeah.
Fans is
Like
it.
I'm telling you, let them in.
Yo,
Let all these
Fan is,
motherfuckers
the
in.
fan is what the people. If nobody's watching my special streaming, if nobody's watching the clips, if nobody's saying, "Hey, watch this kid Paul Virzi, his special was really good. I'm excited for his next one or his
Right.
next project," then what do I have?
Absolutely.
You need them.
No, you have nothing. And it's like, I really think the next level to it, is just finding ways to empower them along with the other people that you're making content with, so something that I wanted, we were talking about this on the Patreon, but something that we're building here is I'm going to do a message board. Maybe it'll be through the Patreon. Maybe it'll be, I'm not exactly sure, but essentially we'll have a board, right? Where you can list your skills. Okay. So you could do Photoshop, you could do drywall. It doesn't matter what you do. But if I need somebody, I'm going to go there first.
Yeah.
Now, I might need a real estate agent. There isn't anybody there that can do it.
Yeah.
So, okay, you can't help me.
Right.
Right. But if I need drywall,
Yeah.
I'm going to reach out to a guy that's part of this community first.
Yeah.
And if somebody else that listens to this podcast needs drywall, reach out to that guy first.
Yeah.
Give it a look. That's how you really create something
That's right.
that's completely insulated.
That's right.
From you create your own little economy.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody's giving, everybody's helping out. Yo, and give my man a discount.
Yeah.
If he fucks with you,
Why not?
or hit him up with cash. You figure some ways out.
Yeah.
But that's how you build something special.
Absolutely.
And that's how you build something that they can't take away from you. Right?
I think it's
That's what we got to do.
That's what we're building here, man.
It's the power of giving, man. I'm telling you, once the comics in New York understand that. It's like I always tell comics, I'm like, yo, if you got a funny clip, give me that clip. I'll put it up. And then like some comics don't get it. They're like, well, are you like gonna pay off of the revenue? I'm like, you really think I need your fucking $2? You really fucking think I need your $2? You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I'm helping you get a clip that's quality so that when you go perform at Bananas and some guy YouTubes you, they see 500,000 views on a clip and they agree to go to your show.
Yeah.
I don't care about this money that is.
Well, that's why I think that's an East Coast thing too. I think a lot of East Coast guys have this like, nah, man, I'm good. Like, I'm just letting me do me, you know. And out there, it's more communal.
It's pride.
It's more communal.
A lot of people do got pride.
Yeah, it
too,
is.
man.
It is. And it was so hard. And here's the other thing. It was so hard to get into these rooms, right?
Yeah.
It's so hard to get into the cellar. It's so hard to get. And you're in all these rooms, and you're past in New York, and like you worked hard to get it. You kind of hold it close to you. And I think out there, there's like 2 main clubs. Everybody's friends, and it's way more communal. Where here, it's like I got my spots. I got this. I got that. And then that goes to it too. There is something about that.
There's a scarcity of spots in the city.
Yeah.
And if you're not getting some that week, you're like, oh, who's getting? Am I out? Am I this and that? And it's like, that goes away.
Yeah.
Once you are financially set.
Yeah.
All that shit goes away.
It's it's true. I was talking to Brett Ernst, who's so funny, man.
Love Brett. Shout out to Brett. Moved back to Ohio.
Dude, yeah, he's fucking tells stories. They me crying about his stepfather who passed, rest his soul, but tell me these great stories, right? And he goes, you guys in New York do this thing that I don't understand. And I said, what? And this goes to what you're saying. He goes, you guys go in the back of the rooms and kind of do it like, he's like, I kind of noticed maybe almost like in a, not a judging way, but you guys like watch each other. And he was right. Like we have this thing where we're like, where I think in LA, it's just this way more like, hey, that's my boy up there. Like that dude, and I've noticed when you talk to them, oh, that's my boy. Oh, he's hilarious. Anyway, yeah, you're doing a podcast tomorrow. Where we kind of like peek in like, yo, what's his name doing? Like we have that competitive, it's a more of a competitive
That's just New Yorkers in general. You had a great bit about that.
No, you're 100%.
It's an East Coast trait, maybe?
Two things.
Okay.
One is New Yorkers in general.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. But 2,
yeah,
you could make a living in New York. So the spot means something more than the spot.
Yeah.
In LA, you can't make a living doing stand-up at the store or the Improv. They're paying you a little $17 or some shit like that.
And there's not enough spots to go around for everybody to eat.
And even if there were, you're not going to make a living making $17. At the Cellar, you make $100 a spot. You're doing 5 spots on a Friday, 5 spots on a Saturday. You're making $52,000 a year cash.
Well, you're paying your rent, and yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You can get by in New York. You can't in LA. So once you stop being able to get by, right? It's like, okay, why he's not taking away my food. Right. This was never food for me. Yeah. He might be taking away my spot to work on my comedy, but I can maybe find another place to work on it. But taking away your food is a different thing.
100%.
That's maybe why we're more territorial in New York. It's like, oh, that guy got my food this week.
Right.
That's why if I empower these comics enough where they get their food outside of this, all of a sudden it's like, oh, he took away dessert. You know what I mean? But I got my meal.
Yeah.
That's what it is. What you just, first of all, I agree with everything you said. And second of all, the thing that you just said, though, about having money. If you have money, if you're financially sound, I want everybody coming up. But when I'm still trying to get mine, I got to get mine. And that's the mentality, because if I'm sitting on 10 million right now and I have resources, I want everybody.
Yeah.
And I get that. And I think, you got to lift people up. So I agree.
It's a tough thing to realize. And you don't realize that money doesn't make you happy until you have money.
Yeah.
Every rich person says money doesn't make you happy. Every poor person says, man, I'm going to be happy once I get some money.
Yeah.
Right? So it's one of these things you don't realize. I got humbled. Like, I posted the other day, but like the greatest thing that happened to me in the industry was finding out that they weren't going to give me anything. That literally every part of the stand-up industry was not going to give me anything. And I think the post that I said is something, but it was like I became nothing. Okay? And because in my mind I viewed them letting me do stand-up as something. Right? And when all the doors closed, it was like, okay, I'm nothing. And then I got comfy. Mm-hmm. I had no ego. So from nothing comes everything. Because now you can't take anything away from me.
Yeah.
I'm comfy down here.
It's humble. It's humbling.
It humbles you.
Yeah.
And then it gives you all the power to do whatever you want. It's like, oh, I don't need that.
Right.
And then people are like, oh, you're brave saying these bits right now in this climate. And it's like, no, I'm comfy. I'm in the jail in Dark Knight Rises. Like, I'm comfy in the dark. I'm Bane. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready for this. I needed to be put there to be ready for it.
And I'll give you a perfect example of what you're saying. You know, before I'll Say This came out, before my special got released on Comedy Central, I'd go on podcasts and I would go places and I had to watch my mouth. And this was when people were getting taken out.
Yeah.
What did he say on that podcast? Oh, so-and-so's not working. Oh, he said that. Oh, did he say? So I was literally, people like, watch what you do. Your special, Comedy Central is a major comedy network and they're going to put your content out there.
Right.
If you say some shit that they can't be behind, and I'm literally sitting there worried, going like, I worked real hard for that and I'm working on the new hour now, but that's coming out. And what's going to happen if I say something? And I would literally be on podcasts and I would hear shit being said.
Nope, not touching it.
You'd hear some racist or homophobic, even as jokes.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here going, wait a minute, man, I got a check that's coming. I got a check that's coming that I got a little boy and a little girl and I want to go on tour. And all of a sudden, and you start to worry. So what you're saying is, and it's true, when they can't, because part of me wanted to be released of those chains.
You weren't comfy in the darkness.
No, I was in chains a little bit, and there were things I wanted to get out and say.
Opportunity is a chain.
Not that I'm gonna say something stupid. Like, that's the other thing.
I understand what you're saying.
You don't have the freedom to do what
it's
you
like,
got.
you know what it's like.
Got you there.
You know what it's like. It's like, you know, you jerk off in a hotel bathroom.
Okay.
Wait, I don't like this. That's a weird. No, but if there's cameras, like there were cameras on you, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna do now. Jerking off is a normal thing, but all of a sudden, you cameras, people like it's like really are like, wait, why did he do that with the towel? You know what I mean? Something like that. I want to just be free to jerk. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I have a special coming. I can't. I got chains on.
Yes.
And I'm like, and and then I would leave a show and go, was that okay when I said? And then I would have to
100%.
talk to people. Was that okay? And then people, Paul,
Every
what do you
tweet,
think of,
you're like,
Paul, what do you think? I was on shows, and Paul, what do you think of Louis? This is when people started protesting. Paul, what do you think of Louis going back to the cellar or working? What do you think? And I'm sitting here going like, can I say what I want to say?
Yeah.
And I said what I wanted to say. And I said, like, look, man, this guy is, I said, of course, this guy has no criminal charge. Yes, he's a great comic. Yes. And people afterwards like, yo, are you okay with that being said? There are people protesting.
Yeah.
And I had to think about that.
Yeah.
So the freedom he's talking about is real, where it's like, look, I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. And I'm going to be honest, because listen, I'm not malicious. I'm not racist. I'm not homophobic. I may say a racist joke, a homophobic joke, something stupid.
Yeah.
I don't mean, it's a joke.
School shootings. It's a bit.
School shootings.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it hurts me so much that's where my mind goes. Because I have OCD, right? Gilbert Gottfried, what did he say? After that tsunami, his wife said he cried. He cried when 100,000 people are floating dead.
Yeah.
What did he do? A very distasteful fucking tweet about it.
Yeah.
And he even said in the documentary, he did it because that was where his mind went.
That's what's on his mind,
I have kids. I don't want to, when I see kids at school get shot, where does your mind go? But the comedian in me goes, find light in that.
Yes.
And do it.
Well, that's why we have comedy.
And that's why you have comedy. And so that's why the shit you're doing on your special and stuff like that is what you need to say it.
These motherfuckers that try to cancel that type of comedy, they try to cancel it because they don't need it.
Yeah.
Like, their lives are pretty good.
They don't need it.
Right? So they don't feel what we felt. Right? Exactly.
Yeah,
so they're like, since they don't need it, they don't understand how therapeutic it is. Like, the gas builds up in us. Yeah. Right? And it bursts pipes if you don't let it go.
You got to fart.
You got to fart, bro. So, like, real talk. I was talking to Soder about this. Dan Soder, hilarious comic. And he was talking about how, like, he's had some horrible things happen to him in his childhood. And he's like, this is how I learned to deal with them. You can't take this away from me.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be here if I didn't have this.
Yeah.
So it's a weird thing when you have people who don't need relief telling you that you don't need it. Or telling you how to cope with it.
Or even telling me what they think I am.
Right.
You don't know fucking me.
Right.
You don't know.
Facts.
You don't know that my family, how my upbringing was.
Yeah.
The shit that happened with my mom and my dad, my relationship with my dad, which is cool. But you don't know all of the things that made me want to make people laugh and be accepted. And my mental issues, whether it would be with OCD or depression and all the things that I would battle, right?
Right.
You don't know that. But I came up with that shooting joke. I closed my special with it, and we were worried. We weren't worried like we don't care.
Right.
But we were like, what's going to happen?
What's the reaction?
And people just were like, oh man, like he just was honest. He talked about that was his thought, and that's it. And people, reasonable people know. Of course, who's pro? Nobody's pro that. Nobody's pro people getting shot in mass numbers.
Right.
But you make a joke about it.
Well, the shooter. There's one guy. He's the most pro about it. What do you think about it?
It was his intent. Yeah. But,
he's not there like, why do they keep dying? But point is, yeah, man, there is value in nothing, man. And often it is the most value. And it's scary to go there. But the reason it's scary to go there is because you haven't gotten comfortable at nothing. That was the thing that happened to me is I got comfortable at nothing.
Yeah.
I go, okay, I can operate this and I can accept here. And the only thing I'm going to do after this moment is stay true to the game, is stay true to comedy. I never asked for anything. I never asked for a special. I never asked for anybody to come see me. I never asked for anything. All I did was focused on comedy and the content. And oddly enough, or maybe not oddly, but like the comedy community and like the comedy fans started rallying around me.
Yeah.
And I think they knew it. They were like, oh shit, he's being pure to this.
Yeah.
He's not doing this to get a deal. He's not doing it. He truly just loves it.
Yeah.
It's odd how that fucking works that way.
It's funny how it happens, right? It's funny when I had to turn down Comedy Dynamics and everybody was like, what?
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you the amount of people that hit me up saying, good for you. I can't believe, way to stand your ground. People came out of the woodwork, way to stand your ground. They rallied behind it because they realized it was like, if I would have done that, it's the easy thing, right?
Yeah.
That's the quick money, right? That's the easy thing. It's right there. My special's right there. So I could have done it their way. My special would have been buried. It wouldn't have gotten on a network. I would have had to fight for it, and I wouldn't have got nothing would have been right. But I would have been able to say, oh, I have a special out there. But that's not how I want it. And I had to walk from it. And look, everything worked out, So there it is.
God bless.
Yeah.
All right, tell us why baseball is important.
I wouldn't go as far as to say baseball's important. As a matter of fact, the last
You like baseball.
3 years.
We don't like baseball here.
We
like the
this
Yankees.
is the thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Kaz
tell
has
you-
put this so beautifully. He has this, again, way with words.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate that.
That's another article. We hate baseball, love the Yankees.
Yes, we're not baseball fans. We're Yankee fans.
We're not baseball fans. Please, dude. Kaz, we have 2 articles already that are ready to go.
They said
There's
whenever
a couple
you
of
got
reasons
something.
why.
So.
They said what?
They said whenever you got something, let us have it.
Let's do
So
it
I'm like,
weekly,
all right,
okay?
yeah.
So Kaz said we hate baseball, love the Yankees.
Okay.
It is a thing that's been kind of grandfathered into us, probably through hip hop. When you see all your favorite hip hop artists wearing a Yankee hat, you start to think maybe I should wear a Yankee hat. I should love the
It's
Yankees.
like a wealth symbol. It's like a status symbol.
Just a little
You know what I'm
status
saying?
symbol.
Like,
It's an identity thing. It's
Yeah.
like that hat doesn't say Yankees on it. The hat says New
New
York.
Yorker.
Right.
Exactly.
So for
Right.
us, it's like this is how I show you where I'm from. This is my flag.
basically.
That's our New York flag.
Yeah.
Right?
No, it's true. That's true. But
It's like McDonald's, Nike, like the Yankees.
Yes.
Dude, it's
You know
like
what
when
I'm saying?
like black
it's
dudes
just-
in LA wear the Kings jersey.
Yeah.
It's like we know you're not watching hockey, Ice Cube. There's no fucking way. You just rep LA and you like them colors.
Yeah.
So
there's a couple. there's-
purple's the only color that won't get you killed in LA. That's the reason why they
Well,
fuck.
no,
That's
actually,
the reason why they fuck with the hockey team.
Purple.
Dude,
No,
you gotta go
purple.
like
Those are
teal.
Crips.
Say what?
Those are Crips.
Yeah.
Purple?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go like teal.
Grape Street.
Like you got to go like peach.
Guys with the gangs,
Yeah.
you gotta leave us some neutral colors out here. You know, it's gonna look like Pleasantville.
Everybody's
Yeah,
got to
off-white.
just walk around naked. I ain't trying to get.
It's up to them. I need to get to work. You have the clothes at the job.
Just underwear, socks, everything. Naked people walking with a tie till they get there.
All right, we're going to take a break for a second, pay some bills out over here, get our balls right, okay? Get them pubes right. Fellas, you can't have your pubes looking all scraggly, okay? Can't have your dick looking like a playoff beard. All right? You need to have your shit trimmed, nice, ready to go. So you're going to head over to manscaped.com, okay?
Give your balls a taper.
Give your balls that taper, bro.
That should be the catchphrase.
I need
Real
that.
talk.
Give your
I
balls a
nicked
taper.
my balls the other day.
Fam.
Son. Ooh, ouch.
Really?
Ouch.
Yo, and do you use the same razor you let me use?
Yeah.
Because that shit is mad sharp. son.
I know.
I cut my throat with that
Son,
shit.
Y'all share a razor?
Yeah, but he said he put the blue stuff on it, so it makes it good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You put on your balls first, and then you put on his face.
Yeah, pretty much. And I went raw doggy on the face. I didn't even use the clipper
No
shit.
lubricant or
Not even the
nothing.
lube. No, I'm talking about that clipper thing that goes on
You didn't
top
put
of
the
it.
plastic?
I didn't put the plastic.
Oh,
I
you-
went
you
straight
crazy.
raw. Son, I went raw. I went raw. Cut my throat, son.
Back to
Gave myself gonorrhea from Alex's motherfucking razor, dog. Anyway, manscaped.com. You got all of that shit taken care of. Manscaped.com. Use the offer code Flagrant. You get 20% off plus free shipping. All right? We're not playing around out here, okay? If you in the Army, you don't got to buzz the top of your head, but you got to buzz them balls right. You got to have them pubes looking right, okay? Asshole Army, rep it. Make sure you look nice. Take control of your life. It's literally the thing I do when I'm depressed. The first thing I do. Before I clean my house, I clean my balls. Dead ass, I swear to God, in my life. And I realize what it is. It's taking a little bit of control in your life when you feel like you don't have any control. And the next thing I do is I clean my house.
A weird part of me respects that.
It makes sense. I'm telling you, feel better. You shave it. You feel better. You feel sexy. You feel like girls want to suck your dick now. Real talk. That's how I feel right after I shave and trim my balls. I feel like girls want to suck my dick. Mm-hmm. So go to manscaped.com. Get yourself a nice kit to have your balls feeling good so girls want to suck your dick. They got body washes, razors, deodorants, moisturizers, the whole thing. Okay, your shit gonna look sleek, tapered.
Sleek meat.
Sleek meat. Sleek
Give
meat.
your balls a fade.
Get on their website and get yourself the Perfect Package 2.0. That has everything to maintain them cock and balls, okay? Manscaped.com. Remember, 20% off anything you buy, plus free shipping. Just use the promo code Flagrant. It's going right to your door. Manscaped.com. The promo code is Flagrant, all right? Make sure you do it. Make sure you look. What is it again, Kaz? You got that what? That sleek meat.
Get
that sleek meat.
Give your balls a fade.
Give your balls a fade. Let's get back to the show.
Here's the problem with baseball. So I just got back into baseball 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I was out. I was done. I was done. I was tired of it. I was tired with the Yankees infield being worth, $300 million. I was tired of the steroids.
Yeah.
I was tired of it. It just, and anybody that says the steroids doesn't matter is not paying attention. It does matter because it matters on history and it matters by achievement. And what do we argue on? We argue about achievement.
Absolutely.
Right? We argue about if somebody dunked from the, foul line in a game and then you found out he was injecting something in his calves for him to do that, you got to tell people, no, that's not real. It sucks for the game. It just does. Mm-hmm. So either everybody could use it or it's banned, which it should be. That's how I look at it.
Right.
But, Yankees had Teixeira, A-Rod, Jeter, Cano, all that money, people getting killed, people getting killed with the steroids.
I was about to say, goddamn.
People getting killed with the steroids and the thing, 50 games out, his career's over, done. I was just like, this sucks, and I was away. Then all of a sudden, the Yankees got their new team. I saw Aaron Judge. I watched him. He seemed like a pure kid, right? Mm-hmm. But then what really was crazy, and I tell all of your listeners, I tell you guys, I don't know if you saw the documentary Fastball. Did you see it?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, the documentary Fastball is one of the most gangster things I've ever seen in sports because there's things that can be improved, okay, with sports. Okay, here's what can't be improved. Arm strength and speed. You can only max. So now when somebody gets a 40-yard dash, right? Somebody gets a 40-yard dash, get 4.22, 4.2 flat will be. It used to be, when we were kids, guys looked like our uncles, right? You ever see the shoulder pads when Joe Montana played?
Yeah.
They were bigger. They weren't really fast. And,
like
a guy getting under 5 was like, oh, he's at 4.9. Now it's 4.2. It's going to probably go to 4. You're probably going to get somebody, Deion was the first one. Deion Sanders was the first one to make it go like, wow, that guy's got like video game speed, right? Yeah, and there were certain people like that.
Dude, Emmitt Smith looked like the Kanye Lil Pump video.
Yeah. What can't be improved upon, from like Walter Johnson to Nolan Ryan, they break down all of the guys and they have the greatest hitters in history talking about it. Okay. All of them are talking about how the ball does things that just only a handful of men have ever been able to do. When Nolan Ryan threw a 105-mile-an-hour fastball, the batter said it looked like a fucking aspirin coming at him, right? And these guys say, now when your eye blinks, when your eye blinks from the pitcher's hand to that, your eye blinks. So now you have to guess. Your brain can't your brain can't comprehend. Your brain can't comprehend the timing of what he's doing. So it's a chess match. So when I watched that doc and I realized that these are some of the baddest, like it's the hardest thing to do. This is gonna be great. You're gonna love this. Ready? Who's the biggest, most fierce competitor that you've ever seen?
Any sport?
Yeah, in any sport, pretty much, or one of them. We mentioned him today. Who's?
I'd say Jordan.
Oh, Jordan.
Okay.
Maybe Floyd.
What did he
Jordan.
fail at? He failed at baseball.
Yeah.
Okay. He failed at baseball. Now that guy used to fucking get upset when his kid beat him in Monopoly.
Yeah.
Okay. This guy was. You want to talk about Kobe drinking wine? This kid Jordan, they said, was if he lost a card game on an airplane, would lose his shit. He couldn't. So now he dedicates his life to a game where he was batting what? 240 something,
Yeah.
failing, couldn't do it. These guys, the timing, what they do. So then I started watching these young Yankees come, and I'm like, man, this guy's coming up from the minors. This is fucking dope, man. And you know what? Here's the other thing. I slowed down as a human being a little bit. I don't need to see the fast break dunk all the time. I could sit back and put my feet up and go, you know what?
Yeah.
My kids are going to sleep. My wife is sleeping. I got nothing to do. This guy's supposed to be a good pitcher. Aaron Judge is hot right now. Let me watch the Yankee game tonight. And I just sit down on my couch and I watch. I'm like, this is dope. It gave me something to do. It gave me 3 hours apiece. Also, how it's a chess match of righty, lefty, take this guy to the pen. So I'm not going to say it's the greatest, but if you want my argument, it's that. And I think if you watch fastball, and you watch, I also had Fred
give
McGriff.
us some appreciation.
I'll appreciate it more
I had
when I'm
Fred.
washed.
I had Fred McGriff.
I'll appreciate it more when I'm washed. Like when I can sit down,
Yeah.
it's not as loud.
When your body
you know?
looks like the baseball players, you're like, okay, I
It's a little
relate to
more
these
quieter,
guys. Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's a
I had
chiller
Fred. You know
vibe.
Fred McGriff. Remember Fred McGriff?
Yeah, I remember Fred McGriff. Yeah,
Fred McGriff was on my podcast. The crime dog.
nice.
Yeah.
Atlanta
Yeah.
Braves. Yeah,
Atlanta Braves. He had 493 homers,
Right.
seven shy of 500. Had him on my podcast, and we were talking. And he goes, man, what you guys don't understand is when we're on our way to the ballpark for a World Series, and it's the biggest thing, everyone's going to be watching it. I know I got Randy Johnson pitching against me. He goes, all I'm thinking about is this guy can hit me in the head and kill me. And he goes, and when I come up to the plate, he goes, I got to act like I'm good. I got to act like fucking I'm going to hit. He goes, all I'm thinking about is if this guy's going to hit me because this guy can kill me with a 99-mile fastball. And sometimes he wants to buzz. They want to buzz. The pitcher wants to buzz.
Him,
So
yeah.
they want it to go past your nose and you feel that and you just do that. And he goes, I'm thinking about that. I got kids and shit. And I was telling him, I was like, what's a cool story about, when you and the catcher? And he goes, I always killed the Detroit Tigers. He goes, I always killed them. So one time the catcher just started telling me what was coming. And he goes, I thought he was fucking with me. He was telling the truth. He goes, yo, dude, they're throwing you a fast one. And I was like that. And yeah, he was just telling me really cool stuff. But he said the chess match between a pitcher and the batter is really, really fucking so much on another level than we take it for granted. Millennials gonna take it for granted.
Here's the
When
thing.
you watch James Harden step back
course,
and throw a rainbow. But if you're really appreciating what you're seeing with a man throwing 102 miles an hour, and somebody has a blink of an eye, and has to go, I think a curveball's coming, so I'm gonna wait an extra beat and then do it. That's dope to me, and I just got into it.
Here's the thing. I think what you're talking about is the marketing of the sport. I think baseball, because it was grandfathered in, they didn't have to market it, right?
Yes.
The whole time it was like, oh, people are going to watch. It's baseball. It's America's
America's
sport.
game.
They
Exactly.
didn't teach us how to watch baseball, right? And I started putting this together when I would talk to my friends that like kick football, which we call soccer. We call kick football here, right? When they would watch soccer, my European friends, right? They'd be like, you have to understand, okay, the joy of watching soccer comes from the almost goal. It's tension and then almost release. It's honestly like how girls enjoy fucking. It's like, when they go like, I didn't come, but it still felt good. It's like, that's soccer. You know what I mean?
Giannis has a bit about
Does
it.
he
He goes
do?
to blue balls. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're waiting. Yeah.
But like, but they like it. Like, whereas,
that was a great game.
but for Americans, right? We look at that and we're like, we have blue balls. But for Europeans, they look at that sex like the girl, like, oh, it was really nice. I mean, I would have liked to come, but I liked the almost coming feeling for a while.
Yeah.
We can't conceptualize that, right?
Yeah, I
Because we
need
have
a
dicks
nut.
and we need a nut,
I need a
right?
nut. Yeah.
So when it comes to baseball, I think Major League Baseball needs to do two things. One, market like the thing you described, which is what everybody describes with playoff baseball. You market the pitcher in their battle against the hitter. They've always marketed the hitting. Look at that home run go. Yeah. Look at that, base hit. Look at that, whatever like that. No.
Yeah.
More often than not, they don't hit. So tell me why that is fun. Stop marketing 25% of the game. Market the 75% when the pitcher outduels the hitter.
That's not as exciting, though.
But what if we could market it like soccer, which is a long kick and an almost goal is not exciting, but they found a way to get get them into it. And playoff baseball, I know the stakes are higher, obviously, but playoff baseball, we get into that pitching duel.
Yeah,
right?
When it's playoff season, like the pitchers get most of the shine.
You get into the pitching duel, and the commercials are about, hey, it's going to be this guy versus Aaron Judge,
yes,
and who's going to win. But what do they always advertise? They always advertise home run derby, right?
Yeah,
home run derby. What if you had pitchers have targets? These guys could these guys could throw.
Love it.
What if you did? What if you had pitchers? You know, I know the risk, but 10 targets.
Yeah.
And
Love
get
it.
points, and then who's ever the most accurate with the targets, that would be huge. Then a speed off. Have guys just have to throw 10 balls. Who could get it up to the highest? Something like that. Make people go, oh my God, that is ridiculous.
Get people into the part of the game that dominates 75% of it. What is every playoff, not even playoff, what is every highlight on ESPN? It's somebody sliding for a catch in the outfield. Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's not the majority of the game.
Yeah.
Market that pitching duel. Market the setup. Like when you show the highlights, show him going inside, getting him to back up, and then just painting the corner of the plate.
I think it's a technology thing too.
That could be it.
Baseball is such an old sport that most of the highlights of the game is shit that's simple. Like, oh, it's a diving catch.
Right.
I could understand that athletically what that means to somebody who just watched somebody do like a 360 dunk or a diving catch in the NFL or something like that. With baseball, I think it needs to come back to finding some sort of technology that you can see just how difficult it is to hit a certain fucking area or this. It's
a good point.
Yeah, like, I don't know
when
if
they had the streak
cameras in the ball.
Remember
or
when they had the
some shit.
streak with the hockey puck and how that changed watching hockey?
Bro, the NFL, it's broadcast. It's documented somewhere that NFL broadcasts went up when they started putting like
first down line.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like I have no evidence to back it up, but I'm pretty sure tennis shit started getting up when they had to have the telestrator shit where
shows where the ball
ball was in and out and all that type of shit. And I think baseball is still such an old fellas game that the technology of 2020 hasn't really caught up with the sport.
Some networks are trying to pinpoint what the guy did and like where he did paint the corner. They're trying to
do the replay,
it.
Yeah,
right?
they'll have like
Have
the hot zone
Check
and
this.
shit. Like
Check
NFL
this.
and Fox used to do like a good job of it where like if it was over 90, like the ball will
see it.
turn red and
But,
shit.
okay, so check this, right? What if, you know how they do the replay where they show how the pitch went, right? I think they should follow the ball with a streak so that you see it real time. You see the curve and how close it gets. Like, you got to make me feel the fear that McGriff felt.
Yeah.
When a curveball is
Well, they
coming
do that.
from behind you. Yeah, but not real time. They do it on the replay.
On the replay, right.
What I'm saying, like, when a curveball from Randy Johnson specifically.
Real time
that
would be.
be.
Chrissy D was telling me, Chris Stefano was telling me that when he did that show for MLB, Mariano, who is to me is the greatest pitcher, I mean, is the best, the robot, pinpoint anything, and he was fucking with Chris. He's going, dude, I can make it go to, nip your nose, don't, and Chris was fucking with him, and Chris went in the box, and he said he was joking with him, and he let Chris get a couple, and then he said he got serious, and Chris said, I was ready for it, I had my thing up, I was watching, he said the ball literally went. He just told it at Giannis's wedding. He said the ball was coming to his nose, and he went back in complete shock.
Strike.
And then he said it was crisp in the middle. And it's like that's the shit that a millennials not appreciate. No, but that is ridiculous. And there's like 40 dudes who can do that.
Yeah.
There's 40 men who can do that. You know what I mean? Like hitting a three is great, dunking is great. That's something. But these guys, this is a different type of game, man. This is a chess match. This is like old time.
Market the pitching.
Fucking rock at a stick and hit it with a stick.
You know what baseball needs? A Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Someone who could explain it.
Because
good point.
when you explain the intricacy of the batter-pitcher relationship, that shit was compelling.
But, kids don't give a shit, though. Kids are like...
But that's also on MLB, right? What I'm saying is MLB, and I think, Kaz, you made a great point, which is MLB is trying to find the athletic highlights that match basketball, football,
because they're not competing with other baseball. They're competing with other sports. They're competing with a first-round knockout. They're competing with a touchdown.
But if you can't compete with them because we know it's not as exciting, don't.
The only thing
change
that's exciting
the thing
is home
you
runs.
put. Yeah, but
that's the only thing we could.
So then put some home runs because those are fun. But the majority of your thing, have a pitcher painting the plate. Have that POV angle where you see the ball come from behind the batter and then cross through, and he stood in there.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
all right. So
make us feel the fear.
Knowing all that, like you say you're against steroids. knowing all that, like...
No, he's not against him if everyone's using him.
Okay.
It's either or, right?
It's either an even playing field with everybody or it's banned.
And that was my whole thing with baseball the whole time. Like, that's why I didn't really think steroids were that big of a deal to me. Because, like, it's still so fucking hard. Like, Barry Bonds, without the steroids, is still a Hall of Famer because he was just so fucking good at hitting that baseball that... What's being a little stronger gonna have to do?
Because it's not that. You know what it is? It's not that. It's their eyes. Their eyes in it, like everything is. They don't get hurt. You don't get hurt. Barry Bonds.
That's the biggest thing.
Barry Bonds had like a tear, and that HGH. That's why Andy Pettitte said he did. That HGH goes away. So a normal guy back in the fucking 40s or 50s, the manager goes, "Dude, you're out for 2 days. Go sit down because you're limping around." Now this guy's all jacked up. That little tear is nothing. Everything is enhanced. They say you feel what's his name? The kid. Oh my God, who was the guy with the white kid with cornrows on? He was on the. Oh my God, Bronson Arroyo. He was on the Red Sox, and then he went to the Reds. He was saying that he felt like he could run through walls. You feel everything is enhanced, so you're just up there, and you're just a jacked. Everything is
recovery is the biggest thing. I think for your argument because imagine you had to miss 12 games a year,
right? And
imagine you're hitting a home run every other game, which is what Bonds was doing at one point.
Yeah.
Almost, right? It's like, okay, that's 6 less home runs. Now imagine you have to miss 25. Right. Now imagine for 40 of the games, you just weren't feeling that good. You had a strain, but you were in there.
Yeah.
You're literally not having those down games. You're not having the Trae Young situation where, he was just injured at the end of his college career, so it affected him. No, you're back. You're snapping back. Great for an athlete, but a very unfair advantage if you're going to compare to the guys who are taking those games off.
Yeah, I know. And think about this. There's been like 8 men in the world who's ever thrown over 105, 106, and one of them's on the
They're
Yankees.
not marketing.
And one of them's on the Yankees right now.
Yeah.
Aroldis Chapman, he threw, it clocked in Cincinnati, he threw
105.
105.
Yeah.
And everybody, the announcer couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Now, no kid. Now, if my son and me were watching it, my son Lucas is not, he would be like, well, he loves the Yankees, so he likes baseball and stuff. He likes Bryce Harper, and I think it's coming back, guys like Mike Trout, but he watched that. He sees Aroldis Chapman throw 105, and he's like, Dad, that guy's on our team? That's it. Let's go to the stadium. And then guess what? Little kid sees Aroldis Chapman coming out of the bullpen going, that's one of the hardest throws to ever live. And it's not a technology thing with the arm because Walter Johnson in the fucking 40s did. So that's the thing. So this handful of guys that could do it has nothing to do with technology. It has nothing to do with lifting weights. There are certain men who could just do that. And I think that that's not marketed the right way.
They're not marketing the pitching,
that's
bro.
Not marketed
They got it. I think you made a great point. You market the pitching and just how fucking unique this ability is.
It's insane.
It's
like just listen to them talk about it right now. I'm initially
because not throwing.
I'm never watching baseball, but I'm into you talking about it. Tell me about the game.
Imagine throwing 105, but you can hit this. That's the thing.
Unreal.
So if I threw as hard as I can, and let's say it got to 80, it would be to just pinpoint it with a professional hitter that you have to dodge his bat with that is crazy to me. So,
we need to get that'd be an interesting convo like the one you had about McGriff. But like I would love to hear. I'd love a sit down. ESPN, steal this idea. I want to sit down with 2 retired athletes like Mariano and Ortiz, or something like that. I want 2 guys that would go at each other and how they dueled. Yeah. Explain the duel, market the duel, right?
Yeah.
Like so for example, I know you like to choke up and I know you don't like swinging on first pitch. Show us, like they said Greg Maddux would study the entire lineup and with data, what they swing on, how they do it. And he was just trying to outsmart every single person. Like I want to see the hitter try to outsmart. And I want to see the pitcher, and I want them to talk about it. Break that shit down. Like the Inside Jokes show for comedy, like how we break down jokes.
Yeah.
This is your craft. Break it down. How are you tricking this guy?
Yeah.
Because if you throw it down the pipe, he's hitting it.
Yeah.
You got to get over here.
Right.
But the common person just thinks, if it's too fast, you can't get around on it. And then the other person.
On top of that, you got your certain batters who could like sit there and battle in the box with you and foul it off.
Foul it off
10 straight times until they finally.
Boy, for 2 guys that don't like baseball, I got them talking. No,
you did a great job because
I'm convinced.
You tapped into our competitive instinct.
Yeah.
You made it a boxing match.
Because you're right.
It's a fucking boxing match.
Baseball, they make baseball about the home run.
And it's the worst.
They make baseball about the home run. They make it about the diving catch. Yeah. They make it about the robbed home run and all that. I'll tell you, one of the coolest things in baseball, and they used to highlight it a lot more, but I love a stolen base. A stolen base when Ricky would do it. Now it's kind of like an afterthought. Like they don't even talk about it
But that's
much.
how we grew up as kids. I mean, you had the Henderson glove, of course, and like I had the A's jersey. Like I loved Henderson. Yeah.
There hasn't been the stealing bases is not like, remember the 40-40 club? A guy hit 40 home runs.
Yeah.
There's not that. But, I think hopefully baseball comes back because it's a dope 3 hours if you got nothing to do.
And that's another thing. It's fucking long. So if you are into it.
Yeah, like anytime I go to a baseball game, like we're barely paying attention to the game.
Oh, it's all about weather.
Yeah, the weather, and two, like it's a great drunk sport. Like you can go there.
Not a lot is happening.
Not a lot's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
And when shit's happening,
Well, now you heard
everybody knows
you heard
now.
what they
sped it up,
now.
right?
And a lot of pitchers aren't happy, but the pitchers out on a clock now. So
like a shot clock.
And they stopped so you can only have, I think, 6 mound visits.
Gotcha.
So you only get 6 mound visits. I believe it's 6 during the game, or 6 or 8, whatever. But then that's it. And now the pitcher's basically on a shot clock.
Really?
So once he throws it back,
I like that.
Yeah.
Once the catcher throws it back to the pitcher, he'll see and you'll see it too. There's going to be a timer right there.
Does that start this year?
It starts this year.
Wow.
And I remember one of them. Who's the guy on the Yankees? The Asian kid.
The pitcher, right?
Hero. Oh my God! What the
Pokemon. Is that Pokemon? Was that something Pokemon?
I forget his name.
No, I know.
Tanaka.
So
Tanaka's not.
I was thinking Hideki Matsui. That was another Yankee, right?
Yeah. Of Deki Arabu, rest his soul. Yeah.
Are we just naming Japanese people?
No, the guy down the street. But he's not happy with it. There's pitchers that aren't happy with it because they think it could because they're probably routine. There's a lot of OCD in baseball.
Yes.
There's a lot of this and that routine and have to do this. You remember like with the glove and do
Yes.
Yeah. So now these guys
Fixing
are going to be on a clock. So it should be fun. But look, NFL for me is number one, but baseball is definitely. And I'm just not a hockey guy. So.
All right, maybe we should. You know how like Rogan and them do like the watching the fight live. That's like a fight cast or something like that. Maybe when baseball season comes around, we sit down with Virzi.
Yeah.
And we watch.
Break us down a pitching duel.
No, we watch a game together.
Game.
We all sit down and watch the game together, and we do one of the live things.
Stacks is coming too, man.
Boom.
I'll tell you about that.
You know what is sick?
Flagrant game nights.
We got seats right on because there are seats at Yankee Stadium where like you could see the ball. That'd be nuts if we were able to video and us talk about the duel.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
And then
now
But now you need like a pro like whatever.
Yeah,
camera.
But that would be sick.
I would fucking watch
anyway, we'll
shit.
figure it out. That's a good little situation. Hey man, so Paul right now is hilarious comic. He's going on tour, and if he's coming to your city, if he hasn't already convinced you that he's funny, I will do my best to do that right now. He is a hilarious comic. He's a comic I really enjoy watching. And you're going on this tour. You're doing all the improvs in the
doing
in the
improvs
country,
across the country pretty much. Yep, starting the end of March. And
go check Paul out, man. What's your website? Where can they get
all the dates and all the updates are on paulvirzi.com. Just go to the show's page, and there's also a tour date poster on Instagram right now.
Perfect.
Paul Virzi, Virzi, so you can see that.
Yo, go check him out if he's in your city, man. Take your shorty with you, or just take the squad. And then after the show, man, let them know that you came out from Flagrant 2, man. I love when people hear that they're getting support from this podcast. It makes me really happy.
I appreciate it. I'll
man.
do that, man, too.
Absolutely.
I'll take pictures with your
Yo, do that, man. Keep it tight. You gotta check it up. Keep it tight.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I like that.
It's an asshole. Keep it tight, dog.
Gotta keep it tight.
Always. But yeah, man, yo, thank you so much for coming on, bro.
I had a blast,
I appreciate you, man.
I had a blast.
All right, so Paul Virzi, it's Virzi, Instagram, his website. You check out there for all the dates, and then go check out the Comedy Central special if you want to check him out.
Streaming on my website right now. Streaming on Comedy Central. If you got the app, you can see all that. There's clips. Check it out.
Everything's up there. Go check it out. Let us know what y'all thought, man. Thank you so much for coming in, man. I appreciate it.
Dude, I had a blast.
Yo, I appreciate you, man. And this has been another episode of Flagrant 2, No Easy Buckets. Analysis by assholes, water cooler kind for your soul's needs. Thank y'all so much for listening. Peace.